Greetings, Starfinders, and welcome back. It's Monday night here in the Secret Lab, and that can mean only one thing. It's time to join our intrepid band of adventurers and see what they're up to this week. So, without further ado, let's do the credits and let's see what they're up to this week. Okay. Hello, everybody. How we doing?
Hello.
I heard, just in the credits, I just heard Sam going, "Oh, but by the way, I watched Andor, and it's amazing." And then I had to fade him out. But I've never felt worse about fading someone out, because you're right, it is amazing, and good on you for watching it. Don't forget to play along at home. Andor rocks. Andor's so good. Right, how's everybody doing?
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah,
Good.
very good.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, welcome back to the Secret Lab. My name is Jovan Fox, and I will be your games master for this evening. And we're playing Starfinder, the science fiction role-playing game of the tabletop variety. Last week you guys fought off wave after wave of goblin interlopers as you were making your way off station, off Absalom, to undertake a little bit of business for Aldous Callahan. You met your driver, I guess, a Yosoki called Clem, and his lovely other half, Yarla. You managed to get the ship loaded, break free of the somewhat down-rent docking establishment on Absalom, and off you go. So, how you all doing? Everybody had a good week so far, and what are your characters doing?
Well, have we just got on the ship and
Literally,
escaped, or...
the docking clamps have just released. You've all just staggered like this. In fact, you know what? Hang on a second. I've realised I need to put some music back on. Okay, and you feel the familiar feeling of space beneath your feet once more. As much as one can feel it through the artificial gravity aboard the Rusty Mustang, which is the cargo transport that you now find yourselves setting sail upon.
We entered in separate entrances, right?
Okay. I can tell you're going to need a visual here.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on a second. I've just realised I've...
You're with.
I'm with you.
Came in the
and...
entrance with me and Baz.
Okay.
I think.
Okay. Here we go.
Did some of us go in the wrong hole?
I'm just gonna be like, well, that was fun, guys, wasn't it? All those goblins, that was good, wasn't it?
Now, if you just hang fire a second, I will load up where we are.
That was fun.
That's his kind of. He's fairly beaten up. He's got some laser burns in his nice new coat. He's a bit scuffed, got a bit of a nosebleed, and just kind of stood there thinking, we killed quite a lot of goblins.
So this
We
is
did,
how
didn't we?
this is how I remember it from last week, guys. So I remember Face, Ormagander, and She making their way in through the cargo bay entrance, the cargo loading ramp, and Clara and Blaz making their way in over the passenger gantry. Is that correct?
I went with Clara.
Face,
I
Face
went-
came.
You were over here. Okay, well there we go.
Yeah, because
You're a big
Ormagander
boy,
and
so
she
you can
were
still be
covering
coming in
each
through the
other,
airlock.
Yeah.
like doing the shooty pew pews.
There you go. You're a little bit.
Tech-
I believe that is the technical term for
Yeah.
withdrawing
As
undercover.
technical as it gets.
Can
Doing the,
Face,
doing the shooty pew pews, but that's what it is from now on anyway.
Yeah.
Can-
Cover fire. Code.
can Face and his
Shooty pew
ridiculous. Can Face and his 10-foot ridiculous dragon body even fit in this Yusoki ship?
Oh yeah, 100%. It'll be fine.
As you can see, Face fits in the airlock, which is a 10-foot by 10-foot opening in the hull of the ship.
I'm squeezing through. Don't mind me.
Stop body shaming, James.
Tonight's stream brought to you by enormous gins and tonics.
Are you being
nice.
sponsored? I hope you're being sponsored.
This is the way.
I do this work for free.
Okay, that's unrelated to Starfinder. You made me think about gin now.
Yeah,
So-
guys, how about all them gobbos? I got a bit hurt, but I had a fun time.
Your definition of fun needs some work.
Hey, you know, I got to punch some stuff. I got to use my axe. It was a fun time for me.
Yeah, it was pretty good target practice. Have to admit, I'm kind of sick of Aldous' choice of departure stations. Like, she's kind of sighing like this isn't the first time.
Is it usually like this?
Yeah, this or worse. Kind of. Oh, I've got some goblin goo. I don't know, blood. Do they bleed? Goblin gooey blood on my shoe, so I clean it up.
Another technical term.
Goblin gooey
Ormagander-
blood.
Ormagander's picking bits of goblin off him, like bits of like viscera, brain. So just wipes his hand and then just offers Nanashi his claw for a claw bump, but there's still a little bit of blood on it.
If it
I think we had
googles,
a
we
moment
can
there,
kill
man,
it.
and we were pulling back.
Kind of like wipes your hand down with a tissue and then continues to clean a boot.
So, Clem, what was in the cargo containers? Why were they so willing to sacrifice themselves trying to rob your ship? Not that the Rusty Mustang isn't a fine vessel worthy of attempted piracy.
Oh, Blaz is on it.
Well, thank you, son. I really don't know. I just move the boxes. You know what I'm saying?
So we've no idea what's inside these cargo crates, huh?
Not really.
I don't
Are
suppose
you,
you're thinking about opening them, are you?
Well,
I'd advise against it.
doesn't really feel
Use
like
your
my
back
place now,
hands.
does it, darling?
I was talking more to Blaz.
So I was gonna say, I just got a second GM on the stream.
No, just a bossy teammate.
Okay. Okay, Clem, where can we get cleaned up? I need to Also, I'd like to plug into your ship's reactor and charge up my ship, please.
Oh, sure thing. Well, I guess I better give you the tour.
Tour would be great, yeah.
Right.
No,
Well, as you can probably tell, this is the cargo bays. And over here, you got the escape pod. Now, don't worry about this one on the starboard side. We're pretty much using it as a box room right now. But the one on the left-hand side is perfectly serviceable. We got the main airlocks over here. And, yeah, you want to make your way into the living quarters of the ship, then you just head right on up those stairs in the corner.
Cool.
I mean, feel free to poke around. Don't touch nothing that you don't understand, but feel free to have a look around and make yourselves at home.
Clara's gonna get as far away from either of those airlocks as she can and make herself comfortable in a corner somewhere and think about her life decisions.
So you're hanging out on the cargo decks.
Laz is gonna keep talking to Clem for just a little bit, just enough time to ask. So, Clem, have you ever heard of the massacre in Hangar 42?
Well, I don't really read much crime novel, but sure sounds exciting.
He shoots and he misses.
Okay, fine. Laz is going to slope off and kind of trudge up to the stairs to have a look at the crew quarters, see if he can find himself a nice cabin to.
Okay, well, Clem's gonna make his way over towards the stairs, so he can sort
I'm
of
also gonna go.
direct people. So, just so everyone at home, and this is the stairwell that leads upstairs. Over here, you can kind of make out a kind of bridge piloting area. It's pretty much just rubbish and just general storage. You've got some EVA suits hung up on the walls of the cargo bay. Variety of cargo. The large loading doors are back here towards the rear of the ship. You've got two decent-sized cargo airlocks coming in as well, which is what the umbilical was attached to at the end of last episode. Over here, you've got one escape pod ready to go. This one, I mean, maybe works. I've not propped it, but essentially it's kind of full of old artworks and boxes and kettles and tea cozies and just the general detritus of life right now.
It's the
Ecosies.
storage escape pod.
Yeah, I mean, basically, you know, it's a bit of a dumping ground. You know, there's old pairs of boots in there. There's a few old pairs of boots. You know, and a rack that no one knows what that rack was for. But you know, you used to hang something on it. That's what you'll find over in that escape pod. And yeah, it looks like what Face, Ormagander, and Blaz making your way up the stairs. What are you up to, She?
She's been on this kind of spaceship before on one of Aldous' little trips, and she's feeling pretty on edge and wanting to keep in kind of a central place where she can keep an eye on things.
Right, so you're
She doesn't
expecting
feel very
more.
comfortable.
You were expecting more luxurious accommodations.
No, as in I'm used to this kind of accommodation. I'm used to things going wrong. So
Right,
I'm sitting
okay.
where I've got a good view of everything.
So you're not. So you're
just in case.
you're just holding up in the cargo bay. You're just
Basically, yes.
okay. All right. Until how long do you think it'll be before you how much distance between you and Absalom station will have to have passed before
How
you
long
start
is
to
the
relax? Do you
journey?
think?
I mean, she can sleep on the floor. It takes her a long. It takes a long time to relax. Like,
Okay.
how long is the journey?
Okay, understood. Well, I mean, I guess you'd have to ask. I'm but a voice in the sky.
I don't know if Clem can hear me from where he is.
Uh,
I'll just
voices
shout
in the
over
sky
to
right
him.
now.
Come
We're
over
in a
here.
spaceship.
Clem, I've got a question. Come over here.
Well, what can I do for you?
How long is the journey to this place?
Oh, it's hard to say exactly. I mean, maybe around about a week, I guess.
Okay. Better get comfy then.
Oh,
Gonna
sure,
say that's
yeah.
handy.
It's not a,
That's
a
about the
pull
amount
up a
of time it
box
takes.
kind of trip, you know.
She's kind of like trying to pull up a box as you're saying that because that's how long it takes her to relax, like roughly a week. So, bedding in the cargo area.
sorry.
Ormangander's gonna tap Clem on the shoulder and go, "Weapon systems, little man. Where?"
Oh, well, we just had some upgrades, young man. I think you'll like what you'll find upstairs.
Let's go upstairs. I want to see the rooms and the guns.
I want to see the guns.
Okay. Clem leads you up a functional kind of grill catwalk style staircase, and you emerge over here on the second floor. So just bear with me a second, and I shall reveal for you what you find. Plonk. Plonk. There you go. You pop up over here on this corridor. There you go. Lovely. Then you may work your way into the living area of the ship.
Clunk.
And as you make your way up the stairs and through the twisty corridors that form the spine of the ship, you emerge into cozy living area. There's a corner for playing evening games, a dining table, small music centre, entertainment centre in the corner. Oh, sorry, on the wall, and yeah, a little coffee table in the corner. It's just it's the heart of the house, you know.
Oh, very nice.
This is nice, yeah. As you explore the other rooms, you realise that there are some bedrooms. Here we go. These are the crew quarters. There are a couple of twin rooms and a large room for the larger framed gent or gentlewoman.
Madame Dragon wouldn't fit in here.
She's a gentlewoman.
All of the beds are actually reinforced with adamantine. So really push the value of this whole ship up. But yeah, you do get a good night's sleep. Down here you've got the bathrooms. Not much in the way of bathroom facilities, but they're there. And as you come down into the rest of the ship and sort of poke your head through various doors and hatchways trying to get a lay of the land, you realise that this has two fairly new-looking gunnery turrets. They're accessible via two darkly lit catwalk ladders that take you up into the very upper hull of the ship. Over here on the starboard side, you've got a full HAR suite, so a holographic augmented reality VR type system. Enough seats for 3. And over here you've got the sort of kitchen, a little bit of a utility area. Moving down through the ship, you've got a couple of engineering and science stations. And then finally, to the aft of the Rusty Mustang, you come across the engine room, core of the ship. And why don't you both give me, Ormagander and Face, and in fact all three of you, why don't you give me an engineering check?
Okay.
18.
18.
23.
23.
Not one.
Oh god, no.
Face's
so it
winning streak
begins.
continues.
How does this magical brick stay in space?
I am gonna smack it with my axe.
Instead of smacking yourself in the face with your axe again.
I get so confused and angry that I just try to attack the engine. Fuck's sake.
I sort of wave some lizards on sticks at my angry dragon friend to try and calm him down.
I get distracted and start just eating lizards on stick.
So Blaz, you spent enough time. You clearly the times you spent down at the scrapper's yard, picking up bits for old Hank. You clearly weren't paying attention to the help, as we learned the other week. You were, however, paying attention to the ship components. And on inspection, you realise that the engines, the thrusters at least, for the Rusty Mustang, I mean, she might not look like much from the outside, but there are some grown-up thrusters on this thing. It can move for a truck. You also notice that it's got fairly decent shield capacity for a medium cargo ship. You can't help but be impressed by the heart of the beast. Clem clearly takes some pride in his engine.
Okay, wow. How did they lay hands on this? And he's kind of just poking around, admiring everything.
It's not a bad little computer on here as well. It's actually a Mark II Trinode.
Ooh.
Am I also reasonably au fait with this system, Jay? That 18 is that?
Well, the thing that draws your eye is the Mark II armor.
Ooh.
And it's also got some defensive countermeasures as well. So it's she may look like an old junker to the untrained eye, but having looked under the hood, you both suitably kind of this can do more than just pull a few crates.
Weeping men.
Okay.
Baz is just gonna make a comment. Where did they get a cryogenic density combustion booster? So just gonna pokes it on the way out.
Sorry, can I just check that? It was cryogenic density
Combustion booster.
combustion booster.
If anyone got the reference, you get some internet points.
My present for you to you for Christmas is having a thing that is in this game. That's the point before now Christmas. That is going to be a thing. As you make your way through to the rest of the ship, you come to a door that is locked in the sort of northeast corner of the ship. And as you poke your head through this door here, you reveal a kind of it's small but actually relatively well appointed little med bay. So a little medical bay in there as well. But yes, the room at the top corner remains sealed.
No windows into the.
No portholes, no hatchways, no.
Yarla, what's in here?
Oh, well, that's just mine and Clem's place.
Gotcha, sex dungeon.
She looks a little bit offended. A little bit like, who are these? Who have we got on board this time?
Sorry, didn't mean to offend you.
She just looks away slightly sheepishly.
Does she do a little tee hee hee?
No, there's no tee hee hee. There's just a little bit of a kind of like it's almost like a little. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Awkward. Blaz is gonna take some rations out of his backpack and put them on the central table and just say, just in case anyone would like to partake.
I'm gonna say to Yarla, how about we all have a nice cup of tea? Sit around the table, have a nice cup of tea.
Well, that sounds like a grand old plan. I was about to make some dinner for us all.
Sounds great. Sounds great. Can't wait for that.
Yeah,
Blaz leans over to Face and goes, do you remember the last time you tried your Soki cuisine?
Yarla shuffles off into the kitchen to go and make tea. She takes the rations that you brought along with her. She takes them to the kitchen.
She just fucking takes your food.
Okay, well, so I'll just remove those rations from my inventory.
She can smell dinner cooking from upstairs, so she kind of sighs and digs into her stomach and decides to make her way up. But on the way, she sees Clara in the corner, and she wants to ask, do you want to come up and join us? I think someone's cooking dinner.
Dinner does sound nice. Yeah, okay. And Get me further away from the airlocks.
It's better than nothing.
Okay, so Clara.
How do I get over to the? Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
Sorry.
so Clara and she make their way upstairs to join the rest of the group. Settling in, and the Rusty Mustang. Yarla's just beavering away making tea. Clem's just downstairs, just strapping in the last bits of cargo, making sure everything's fit for the longer push out to the rim. So for the moment at least, you have the living areas to yourselves, and the instruction, I mean, make yourselves at home. So what are you doing?
I want to see if there's any card games at this little game board over here.
Yeah, there is a it's a reconfigurable table. So it's one of those, kind of almost like one of those things you get at Argos when you're a kid, like a 5-in-1 gaming table. It's the space equivalent of that.
Hell yeah.
It's the space equivalent of that. So there's a small projection surface on the top. Cup holders for drinks and snacks and things. And there are a variety of classic, I suppose, tavern games stored within. Good place to sink a cup of caf and spend some quality time together.
Yeah, is there any sort of like physical card decks of cards?
Not so much. It's a pretty uncluttered space. Clearly they have their routine. You know when you go and visit like the old aunties and their house is like preternaturally stowed away, and you're like, how do you live like this? You have no things. It's a bit like that. It's like going to your aunt's house. Not even your aunt's house. Your aunt's like summer rental, double wide caravan.
Yeah.
In Grimsby or somewhere, and you go like, there's the only thing in here is coasters and 3 forks.
Maybe a plate.
Maybe a plate, yeah. Probably a decorated plate, and you're not sure whether that's to eat off or to put on the mantle.
Asda's going to spend 10 minutes patching up his various singes, contusions, abrasions.
You head to the med bay, do you?
Yeah.
I think, I'm going to go and spend like just a little short rest up in here.
You claim the large
big
room.
bed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you say anything to your colleagues, or do you just
No, I just walk in.
drop your stuff down?
love
What noise do you make as you drop your stuff in? I want to hear the noise that the rest of the group hear from the living area as you go through the door. Cool. And then just like as the hatch closes, you just hear like a really loud bed squeak.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess it's you and me, Balaz, in this room here, because it's the others are bunk doubles, aren't they? Is that right?
If you're asking me to sleep with your Womangander, that's fine.
Are there facilities to make a hot chocolate before Clara has her rest?
Your best bet is probably to head over towards the kitchen where the smells of cooking are coming from.
Is that where Yarla is?
That's where Yarla is right now, yeah. Okay.
Womangander's going to go into the bathroom, I'm guessing this is.
It is,
Yeah?
yeah.
And he's just to clean his uniform, clean the blood off his uniform, clean the blood out of his fingernails, out of his claws, and then after he's attended to his ablutions, he's going to go for a short nap in his room.
Okay. I love the way the big lizardy guys, that the first thing is like, I've got to get freshened up and some shut-eye. Like,
Covered in goblin blood!
if nothing else happens, I need to get cleaned up and some shut-eye right now. I
Yeah,
might be a dragon and a 7-foot tall lizard, But I
It
have
takes a lot of
standards.
energy to move bodies this big. It really does. You gotta
Yeah.
get your naps in when you
I've
can.
got to have a pre
And
sneeze.
Oh, that's why I'm always tired.
Sorry and bros are all tucking
Sorry,
out.
that
I mean,
joke was just sitting right there.
I think they need to turn the heat up on the ship. That'll give us a bit more energy.
I was
you
going to
know?
say, maybe bring you out a
Yeah.
nice large rock.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and a lamp.
Just flick on
Yeah.
the heat lamps, yeah.
Why do you think Clara drinks so much hot chocolate?
crushing
with
goblin
sugar
skulls
and
is
warmth.
tiring.
So,
Yeah, exactly.
so Face beelines directly for his bed. Ormanganda beelines directly for the washroom and then bed. She, Blaz, and Clara, what are you guys doing? Clara's headed towards the kitchen to go and find some hot chocolate making materials. Blaz, what are you up to?
Blaz might see if he can engage she in some conversation while they're waiting for Yarla to finish whatever she's doing with Blaz's rations. so, how long have you worked for Aldous?
She is checking out the lock on the door for the room that is mysterious and kind of pressing her ear up to see if she can hear anything. Then you come along and ask her, she kind of like, what now? A long time. I've worked for Aldous for a long time. Few years. How about
Okay.
you?
Oh,
Oh, I know how long.
yeah.
Not long.
So, a few years. I can only assume that he's worth working for. Then one of the good guys, you think?
Doesn't matter if he's one of the good or the bad guys, he pays well, and that's all that matters.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're one of those.
Yeah. Actually, Blaz, did what's the lady called that's in the kitchen?
Yara.
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 Yeah.
Yara. What did Yara say when you guys asked her about this room?
She said it was hers and Clem's place, and I made a not particularly tasteful joke, and she got
Oh wow.
quite offended, and hasn't said anything about it since.
Okay, so that actually makes she laugh, which is probably the first time she's laughed since she's been with you guys, and shake her head at the same time. But she apologises for being so grumpy when you first came over. She's just really got her defences up, like something just doesn't feel right about how they got on the ship. The fact that they've only got one working escape pod, for goodness sake. I mean, who puts like an antique shop in an escape pod? What are they doing? And then has, this really fancy engine with great weaponry. It's just something that doesn't add up. So she's really on edge and uncomfortable. She's going to go and sit in the chairs in the middle, I think, and just keep a watchful eye.
Okay.
Laz, do you want to join?
I like the way she just adopts like a central position in any room, just like watching all the entrances and exits. It's cool.
Is she basically the group's? Is she basically the group's B.A. Baracus? We need to like knock her out.
No, if you call me that again, I'm quitting. Like, that is like, that's the line.
All right then.
So more of a face, a Hannibal? No, just so we don't get it wrong in future. Which 18 member do you feel like you're most like?
I think I need to take some introspection time on that, and I will
Okay,
come back to you
alright.
next week.
All right.
Stay tuned next week, and I will come back to you with
If
like
I remember,
18
I'll do a
character.
poll in chat.
Yes.
I feel like I have to identify with Faith, really.
I think given your previous form, yes.
Yeah.
Right. Sorry, Blaz was sitting at the table.
Yeah, I was looking for an outlet to plug in my charger for my Sparky staff.
No,
They just come with like random HDMI plugs. That's useful.
only essentially low voltage USB type chargers in this room. You'll need a higher supply device, Not in this room.
Right. In that case, Blaz is going to excuse himself briefly and mosey on back to the rather impressive engine room that he found earlier. Look for a high voltage supply.
You'll be able to plug in the engine room or in the 2 science rooms. No problems.
Sweet.
I want to be practicing my witch warper meditation tail thing.
Okay, yeah, cool. Right. At this point, Clem makes his way back up the stairs from having stowed the cargo, and appears in the living room. So,
Well, it got real quiet in here.
sorry to you, she.
Bit too quiet, really. So, what brought you guys on this mission, on this ship? What are you doing here? Is this your ship? Do you own it?
Well, it's quite the list of questions you got for me there. Well, it's my ship, yeah, and I've been flying her for about 30 years. She's my baby.
Nice. 30 years is a long time. Seems like you've had some good upgrade work recently. Work must be quite lucrative for you to afford that.
Well, don't get me wrong. All this keeps us in good living. But recently, he said we might need a little bit of extra support for this run. So yeah, we got some new upgrades just the other week.
She's kind of like, yeah, that's exactly what I was worried about. I don't suppose Clem Aldous told you anything about the extra support that we might need?
Well, I've been working for our oldest for a lot of years, and when he buys me new turrets, I know it's gonna get a little bit spicy.
Yeah, she gives him kind of a knowing look and then just shakes her head and continues to sit there feeling very tense.
Well, where the rest of you go?
Oh, you mean the crew, the team? They're all asleep.
Asleep?
Oh, hang on. Oh no, or asleep or plugging their charging pods into the engine. By the looks
Or
of
looking
things.
for hot chocolate.
It's 3 in the
Oh, yeah,
afternoon.
you were making hot
What
chocolate.
kind of squad are you guys anyway? Like a bunch of teenagers.
Bunch of
Well,
old people.
I was just going to ask Clem actually. What's in this room here? I noticed we can get in all the others, but we can't get in this one. Do you know why?
well, sure, that's our room. You want the door?
A little scared by this, but yeah, sure, why not? It'll
Well, come
kind of
on
things that'll
in.
take one thing off of mine to worry about. So why not?
There you go. You follow him up to the room of the door. Door of the room.
I'm actually quite scared by this. Just
I really wish
on
I
a
had
personal note.
my horror sounds dialed up on my keyboard right now, but sadly I don't. It would have been fun.
Don't.
Yeah, and he shows you through to his their kind of like living quarters.
Oh, that looks so cozy.
That's
Yeah,
really
it's-
nice.
Rugs,
It's-
excuse me?
Yeah, basically it's like
That's
it's
cool.
it's kind of like their little nest. There's no real bed per se. There's no furnishings. It's just a lot of cushions, a lot of rugs, a lot of soft everywhere, and it's their little
There's
kind of
rugs.
nuzzling nesty space, I guess.
Oh, she
12
feels kind of
rugs.
relieved by that, but it's
Definitely
not like
not
some
a
kind
sex
of
dungeon.
yeah, or some kind of live animal that could break out and rip us all to shreds. Like there are options.
Well, what do you
Paranoid
think? We kind of
shit.
went for a kind of desert vibe. We like the dry weather, you know.
It shows. You're a very good interior designer.
Oh, that's
She
fair.
doesn't really know how to compliment people.
Well, I can't take any credit. That's all Yarla.
What are these plants over here? Are they anything in particular?
Well, nothing special. Just some bits of foliage we picked up along the way. Different moons and planets and nothing too exciting, really. Just a little bit of greenery.
Okay, she kind of takes a bit of a closer look, and then it's like kind of makes her excuses because she feels uncomfortable in someone else's personal space, and she just goes back to the living room.
Well, okay. Feel free to pop in any time. We normally leave her unlocked. I don't know why she was locked today.
He just mooches
Yeah,
his way.
thanks.
He mooches his way back through the kitchen, and down to his partner Yarla, where we also find Clara looking for some hot chocolate supplies. I'm just going to make you a little bit taller, Clara, because we're doing you a disservice there. Okay.
I think that was me earlier. I tried to move her and I accidentally resized her, and then I couldn't remember how big she was.
I've done that a couple of times.
Same,
I just
same.
assume I'm smaller than everyone, so.
Demi, I'm just eating ham for 2 seconds. Okay, talk to me like I'm Clem or Yarla.
I.
Oh, Yarla. No. That's I'm method acting Clem eating some food.
I
Is
got
everyone
it.
up
That
to
was very
speed?
good.
Yeah.
Oscar winning.
That was perfect.
Well, thank you. Is it break time? No, not quite yet. Okay. Yeah, Clem, like as Yarla busily prepares everyone's dinner for 7. Clem can't help himself. He's just getting his little paws into a couple of bits here and there. Yarla indulges him, gives him maybe a little, no you don't, to the paw, but she lets him get away with a couple of bits and pieces. He likes the sport of it, clearly, and Yarla acts irritated, but you can see that she enjoys this little routine that they have as well. And yeah, she's putting together quite the spread. So, Clara, you'll notice, being the observant little Vlarka that you are, that actually the kitchen has clearly been recently stocked. Lots of boxes that have only just been opened, a couple of things taken out at most. A lot of fresh stock in. And you see the shrink wrap of Callahan Enterprises. Clearly they've recently taken on board some good provisions, and despite your experiences in the past with Yosoki cooking, Yarla is busily beavering away, preparing dishes, kind of real nice home-cooked dishes from each of your respective homeworlds with the supplies that Aldous has sent aboard for your trip. That is a sight that confronts you as you make your way into the kitchen.
Wow, you look like you're doing a lot of very hard work there. Could you, is it okay if I make myself a hot chocolate? I don't want to get in your way.
Oh, well, help yourself. There's hot water over there in the corner, and you just take whatever you need.
Okay, thanks. I won't be long. I can't settle down and rest without a hot chocolate in me. Just doesn't feel right.
Oh.
I'm looking forward to tasting that food. It sounds like it's great.
It's good. I'm sorry, I really
Is there
need to
gonna
eat some
be
dinner.
some left for the rest of us?
Oh, our Jarl never skims on portions.
Good to know. We
Good.
have some very, very hungry people in our group.
So how do we do this? Is it like Uber Eats or something? Like,
Well, this won't be more than what, 15, 20 minutes, Darla? Yarla? Forgot your name there, darling.
Yeah, it's going to be about 15, 20 minutes. So, you've got your hot chocolate. You want to hang out here in the kitchen, head back to the living area. You're going to speak to Clem and Yarla, you're going to speak to She, you're going to go to bed. What are you thinking?
I'm gonna go have a little rest in bed with my hot chocky.
Okay, everyone's gone for a nap.
I have some stamina points I need to recover.
Apart from She, who's just like watching the doors.
Yeah, I really needed some stamina back.
We're such an extroverted, outgoing group, obviously. We really charge up with the presence of other people.
Well,
Clara's
just had
going
a
through
long
some
fight,
things
you know.
up here. She's got a lot on her mind.
so
A lot of hits. I killed a lot of goblins. I got covered in a lot of blood. I'm really sleepy.
Yeah,
It's reasonable.
Yeah. You need to
15
sleep it off.
15 to 20 minutes later, Clem emerges from the kitchen and parks himself down at the old table there. He's brought a few bits and pieces out, a few odds and ends of the spread, some cutlery, some plates. Starts ferrying some stuff out from the kitchen, and then not far behind him is Yarla, bringing out plate after plate of good old-fashioned Yusoki hospitality. As they emerge from the kitchen and start laying this stuff down on the table, they are a little bit. And they look at She.
Ormanganda wakes up from his combat nap, smelling the food. He's like, what up? And then he gets up and walks into the room. And he's like, this smells good.
Yarla just like keeps putting stuff out.
Blaz is going to follow his nose as well and just comment as he strolls into the room. Oh, wow, Yarla, you make combat rations smell amazing.
Oh, these aren't your rations, hon.
Oh, that explains a lot.
As they're eating, they just see me come floating through the door with my little wings, and just like a wisp of smoke coming out of my nose, indicating food smell, and I just float towards the table.
Gracefully.
Yeah, just
Tom and Jerry-esque, right?
yeah, and then just like plonk down.
Okay.
It's a chair really small, so it's like he's like
Yeah.
squeezed into this little chair.
Yeah.
Clara's gonna come out of the room, but she's gonna quickly take her mug back to the kitchen first before she sits down at the table.
Okay, so she does run to the kitchen, drops the mug back. As Clara comes back, immediately Clem goes to stand as he realises they're one chair short, and he makes his chair available to Clara as you start making your way back out of the kitchen.
Thank you, Clem.
Kind of unspoken, just And yeah, you get to tuck in as a crew to a full meal of home comforts, courtesy of Aldous and Yarla. The atmosphere's good. It's warm. It's cozy. It's homey. It's a lived-in ship, but actually now you've seen the kind of living area. Perhaps what you saw on the outside worries you slightly less. It's clearly loved, this bucket of bolts. And there's the externals, but on the inside there's a lot of love gone into these stainless steel plates and nuts and bolts. Oh yeah,
It's a bit of a wolf in sheep's clothing.
and this dinner as well. This dinner has been prepared with love and attention. But Yarla remains relatively stum throughout dinner.
Well, guys, we're looking forward to the mission. But we've got to make some plans, right, for the mission.
Ormungandr just kind of like peers
It
over
involves-
at Face while just scooping copious amounts of food into his face. Going, "You're gonna
It involves solving a mystery. Of course, I'm looking forward to it.
Well, as much as
Another day, another mission.
I'm excited by all of your excitement about the mission, I mean, we got to get there first. Now,
Yeah.
I'm just a truck driver. I can get the Rusty Mustang from point A to point B better than anybody. But if we're going to be running into some kind of trouble out there, that's where I'm going to need you guys.
I have full belief in your skills, Clem.
Well,
I trust that you will get us there safe and sound.
well, it's very kind of you. But I ain't no fighter. I'm an engineer.
Ormungandr, in between bites, he like pits round and comes. He goes, "Whatever happens, happens."
Well, I appreciate your laid-back attitude to life, sir, but this is my home. I would appreciate a little bit more attention paid to the details.
Well, I can't fit in the guns, so I'm not going to be much help there.
Well,
Yeah, I did say who has. Give me your dex ratings. Guys.
I'm sure some of these guys are good at ship guns.
Yeah,
I'm not
Ormungandr like
even
wait.
good at-
Ormungandr's
I'm not even
busy
good at
shoveling, but also waving his
normal-sized
claw.
guns.
Is
Like,
there
I'm
a-
good with guns.
Is there a different rating for ship guns than there is for what are we using?
I think it's dex you use for guns. I'm not
Dex.
sure. I think it's dexterity. No dexterity checks.
So,
Do you have to roll?
the Rusty Mustang, the way it normally works, as you gather from Yarla and Clem, is that Clem is the day-to-day pilot, as it were. When it comes to the real fancy manoeuvres, if there's a space station that's particularly difficult to park her in, the real awkward asteroid rendezvous, things like that, that's actually when Yarla tends to take the stick. But Clem does the day-to-day driving. Yarla's also the ship's medic. And generally, as Clem would put it, Yarla looks after him, he looks after the Mustang, and the Mustang looks after Yarla. And that's the relationship they all have. It's a trio all backing each other up. And that's how he sees his ship. But
I
normally,
feel like Clem's getting the best deal there.
normally he'll be piloting most of the time. Yarla will either be just pootling around the ship, or occasionally they'll swap over. She'll pilot, and he'll head down to engineering. It kind of depends on what the circumstances warrant. But one thing that is clear, talking to them, is that as far as they understand it, because they could be heading into relatively hot water, they don't know. They've not got a huge amount of information themselves. They're kind of looking to you through this meal a little bit to enlighten them as to a little bit more about this mission. They just know the destination, really, and that they're supposed to escort and get you there. But they are fairly clear in their thinking that they were expecting, should things get tight, that you guys would be taking the reins of the Rusty Mustang, and that they would be offering technical and administrative support.
I think she's kind of confused, well, not confused, kind of worried that they seem to be expecting trouble on the way. I don't think that was made particularly clear to us as a team, that there would be in-flight trouble as well as trouble when we landed, which is kind of what she suspected from the guns.
Yeah,
But,
you usually have to pay for the in-flight trouble.
Last time I investigated a disappearance, I definitely got some in-flight trouble. Ended up with me in an icebox.
Zoe can sense that Ormungandr is excited at the prospect of his first full space combat, which is not a simulation, although he has done many simulated space combats. And his excitement is similar to the excitement that she got reading off Face when he first saw Madame Dragon.
It was 30.
You just a slight look of disdain from Clara, just like, oh, you don't. Be careful what you wish for.
It was.
Because he doesn't know that. He's just really excited at the prospect of possibly getting some gun time.
It was 38 simulated, right? Two
38.
Two combat
Two
drops.
combat drops.
Yeah, okay. I was just checking. Okay, good. Right.
Nice.
Sorry, I'm so pleased with myself for that aliens deep cut. Then I have forgotten what I was even going to say. Right. Okay. Yeah. So the information is there that you guys really need to start thinking about how you would go about crewing the Mustang in times of need.
Right. Battle plans, guys.
So
Blaz is going to volunteer that he's familiar with the sensor station and pretty good in engineering.
Makes sense.
I have pretty good dexterity, I think. Might be good for the guns.
Dexterity is guns, Jay, isn't it? Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
I should have read up on ship-to-ship combat, but I spent too much time on combat maneuvers.
I will do comms.
Clara's
2 minutes,
experience on
rogue
the ship
pilot.
is mostly being a captain, but she can kind of fuck around and find out with some other stuff.
Well, bear in mind, like, this is the
She
thing.
was
that's-
raised on a ship, so she had to do like a little bit of everything, but she mainly became a captain.
Clem, it's his shit, but he knows his limitations. He's basically saying if it kicks off, I want like a battle ready crew, looking after the Mustang. That's not his specialty. He just gets her there, you know. So if it's going to turn into like a dogfight, tactical thinking, you know, all that sort of stuff, he's like,
Pun intended?
literally, Aldous has just turned up and pretty much just bolted two new turrets to his ship and been like, just, you know, I'm looking after you, son. So he's a bit nervous. He appreciates, you know, Aldous looking out, but he is quite nervous and he's expecting you guys to occupy these roles. So the captain role is available.
Well,
Yeah.
what is
It makes
good
sense
for
for one of
what
you guys
role?
to take it. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what we need to. I think captain is it not charisma? Captains. Is that
Mhm.
key trait?
My charisma is +3 on a yeah.
Mine's +2, but do I not technically get a profession bonus to captain, considering I am one? Or at least I was before I got frozen.
You might do. Let me have a look at your character sheet.
Because I was a captain and an investigator, and I don't know which one of those counts as in the profession stuff.
We call you Captain Investigator Clara or Investigator Captain Clara?
I
Either's
could be on.
She's the captain of investigators. or the
I could be on
investigating captains.
comms. Basically, I'm good at communicating, even though it doesn't sound like it right now. And I'm very mystical. Also, I'm somewhat of a physicist.
Very mystical, he says. To the
Mystical physicist.
I'm somewhat of a physicist myself.
So you are actually going for comms, not science officer.
I could be a science officer. I have physical
He's
science
got a great
+5.
knowledge of biology.
I've got a +5 on physical
Of being
science.
Madame Dragon.
Yeah, he knows a lot about dragons.
Yeah, I could be science
Go back
officer.
to that club, be like, "Oh, you want to play doctor?"
Do we think who normally pilots? Is that Clem?
For the
One day to day.
for the day-to-day stuff.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. If things start to get a bit rockier, we're going to need a decent pilot.
I'm
Or does
piloting.
that come under the captain role?
I'm piloting +6.
There we go.
Science
If
officer
I need
is
to get the
like
I'm piloting +8, and I don't know why.
Cool.
Your dexterity.
No,
your
no,
dexterity is
I
very
don't
high.
want to pilot. I don't want to.
You are, I think you are the best. I think you are the best qualified pilot.
Yeah, it'll be to do with your dex bonus. I would guess.
Yeah, I have
your
a
skill.
good. It's like 15, so it's like +2
Yeah.
dexterity.
While this conversation is going on,
guns or pilots.
Yeah, that's the same for me. So guns or pilots. And I guess if it gets really hairy, depending on how good Yarla is, you I guess go for the piloting position.
I can tell you now that both of you will have more ranks in piloting than Yarla. So yeah, with your 8 and your she and your 6.
You're a pilot, Ellie. Makes sense.
You are the best qualified to be pilot.
Yeah.
If that's what you just
She
said.
is really angry about this because she hates piloting with a passion.
She always gets stuck
and
driving.
much prefers blowing. Yeah, she gets stuck driving when she wants to be blowing the living shit out of people. So she's like glaring at Ormangander as he's like writing his little notes.
He's puffing away and chuckling as well, as you can see how angry she is.
If you even think about passing me a lizard on a stick, I will stick the skewer up your nose.
Oh.
I swear to God.
I
Don't
think
even think about it.
He points
Really?
to it
Really?
like
You
he's
wanna
he's going to offer it to her, but then he doesn't. And he just goes pew pew, and then he hits himself.
So Ormangander,
She doesn't laugh.
Are you becoming a gunner then?
Yes.
I feel like
Well,
I
good
would.
luck, Ormangander. Good luck.
Wow.
Really
You do realize if I do badly, it's bad for all of us. It's not like ooh, you rolled a critical 1, great.
But then I can just be like, as we go down in flames, I can go, I told you so.
I tell you what, if I fuck up in the middle, right, we can do a thing where you're like, all right, you're just gonna have to swap, and we'll have to like swap around.
Can we?
I'm not mad at you. I will hold a grudge for a little while.
Could we be co-captains? I feel like co-captains, would be a good idea.
What have you done, Jay? What have you done? Look what you created.
Co-captains.
To lead, you're not winning this battle.
No, because I'm pretty good at intimidating people, and I'm pretty good at giving people moving speeches. It's one of my skills.
It's not gonna work on Clara.
Since Blaz can't roll,
investigating the 2 things she's confident that she can do. You're not winning.
since Blaz can't
She
roll his
wouldn't
eyes,
let anyone else boss her around when it comes to ships.
I also have a +8 in diplomacy
That's nice.
and a
Look at work on
+7
Clara, though.
in intimidate. So
Azali did kind of indicate though, like how effective is being racist to Minotaurs in ship-to-ship combat?
Yeah.
So that can help us.
Clara actually knows the inner workings of a ship and has been a captain since she was an adult. She was literally raised to captain by her parents, who were the captains.
Blaz
Even
can't-
Ormangander, who's a sorry, go on, man.
Blaz can't roll his eyes, so he's just going to rotate his lenses slowly in their sockets, give everyone an exasperated look, and get up from the table and call over his shoulder as he walks away. Science station, dibs. Is gonna go into his bedroom.
yeah.
Okay.
That seems right.
I can't. I don't know. I can't really do any of the things.
Can you not fit in the guns?
No.
You could fit in the
Yeah,
guns because
probably-
you could squeeze yourself into the gun turret. There is a penalty to being squeezed, if I remember rightly.
There is.
How about you just stand by a window and we'll wind it down and you can hit them with your axe as
Yeah.
they fly past.
Well, let's do that.
Yeah.
I just want to remind myself what the what's the name of the
Ormangander makes an
condition?
excited little noise and goes off to check out the gun turrets.
Wait, what's your perception, Connor? How good's your perception?
+0.
What's your dex plus, Zoe?
My dex is
I mean, I suppose they could
plus
be...
0.
Oh, okay. What's your dex plus, Connor?
-1.
You guys both make terrible gunners.
Yeah, I'm that's all I've got going for me.
I've got charisma and strength. That's all I've got. I've got charisma and strength. That's it.
When we're leading a troop, like a physical battle, then you being in charge makes sense. When we're leading a ship, Clara being in charge makes sense. Because intimidation is not going to help you when all you're trying to do is tell your crew what they need to be doing in a
Well,
fight.
I'm just looking at the captain actions and the starship combat and seeing what roles that you need and like.
Could somebody tell me what
That's
page
clever.
that's on? Because I need to learn how to fly a ship.
Oh my god, we're so
Let me-
doomed.
Look, I'm gonna put it in the
I
chat.
learned
I'm
that
gonna
kind
put
of
it in the chat.
out of character. Of course my character knows how to fly a
From,
ship.
from Blaz's room, you just hear kind of mechanical noises like a rock, a sprocket, or So he's started work on resizing some armor.
Ooh. Weapons.
You do have the so let me tell you all of the options then. You could be a magic officer, a chief mate, a gunner, a captain, an engineer, a pilot, a science officer, and that is it, I think. Yes, that is it.
What is magic officer?
A magic officer basically is one that was added in a later set of rules. It gives you the ability. In fact, let me just tell you what it says in the rule book about this one.
Okay.
It says, come on. As a magic officer, you can take any of the following actions depending on your ranks in the mysticism skill. These actions can be taken only during the engineering phase. Unless otherwise noted, each action can be performed only once per round. You've got an Eldritch Shot, which is like augmenting one of the starship's weapons with a burst of your own personal magic, like a little fusion boost. Precognition, which lets your supernatural senses and a spark of divination magic see opponent's motion before it happens, giving you a split-second shout warning to your ship's pilot. Scrying, where you read the future.
Yeah.
And
That sounds good. I can do mysticism. I've got that.
You are very
so
mystical.
do you want to be the magic officer then?
I'll be the magic officer.
We have a magic officer.
I'm gonna tell Aldous that we need to get a some sort of like magic lab set up in this ship.
That sounds so cool.
Yeah.
Just imagine you like you and Blaz just with your different types of glasses on, just like pottering around the lab together, making shit. Just like you got the tech stuff over one side and the magic stuff over the other side.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like Mythbusters.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly like Mythbusters.
so folks, we have She as the pilot, Blaz as the science officer, Face as the magic officer, Ormanganda as a gunner. So Clara, are you taking on the captain role?
Yeah, she literally just doesn't really fit into any other role. She's meant to it's what she was made for.
Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to take a slightly earlier break than normal. When we come back, got a few choices, so feel free to use up any of the remaining break to chat about it. When we come back, you're going to have a few choices. We can either stay at this meal, we can talk to Clem and Yarla for a while, find out more about, well, whatever you want, really. Or we can get into some tactical stuff with the Rusty Mustang. I'd like to do a little bit of that before the end of the night, regardless. But obviously this is your first night aboard the ship. There's still a fair bit of journey to go before you get to the ice moon that is your destination. So Rome wasn't built in a day. Have a think. We're going to pop off for a few minutes, and we'll be right back to work out what it is that our little gang are going to do aboard the Rusty Mustang while they careen their way through the drift. Okay, so we'll see you in a few minutes. Okay. So, yeah, we're drawing into the evening now, and the good food is flowing. Yarla put into bed some of your, perhaps, biases against Yusoki cuisine. She's really done a good job of capturing the home cooking of your various home planets. As we draw into the evening, what are you guys? What's going on with you lot?
So we've probably just been figuring out how to run a ship. we've all been sort of, I guess, yeah, talking about how we do this.
I don't think we've had to figure out like a proper battle plan before, especially on the ship. So, like, taking a bit of time, isn't it?
Blas got sick of that and is currently working away in his room on resizing some armor for himself and Face. So he's upcycling some armor.
Are you beavering away on a little tech project?
Yeah, he got sick of the human interaction and went to go be a bit of an introvert for a while.
Right, okay. Yeah, I'm just copying some stats across on one of my little character sheet things. Don't mind me for a minute. But if Clem or Yarla need to say anything, do let me know.
So, Clem, Yarla.
Yeah.
What's it like living on a Rusty Mustang?
Well, there's a lot of darkness and a lot of loneliness. But you know, I like it. It's all I've ever really known.
Damn. I wasn't expecting that answer.
Well, I mean, I don't mean to be a misery about it. I mean, I got Yarla. And honestly, since I've been out here with her, we don't need anyone else.
Well, there you go.
It is nice to have some company, though.
I'm sure running cargo isn't, the most fun.
Well, it depends on how you look at it, I guess. I mean, I enjoy it. I mean, it's just moving boxes. At the end of the day, I get to spend time with my lady. I got a place to myself. I get to set my own hours. It's not so bad.
The last time you were on a cargo run where you were told it might be dangerous?
Well, I've been working with Otto for years now. I don't get to speak to Aldous much. He's a little above my pay grade, but I tend to take my work from Otto, and it always pays well. They always look after us. It's been a good experience being part of the Callahan family.
She kind of feels that that's maybe a bit of an evasive answer, but she doesn't follow up.
Okay.
So, you've got AR, VR?
Well, when you're out here as long as we are, it helps to have... We have a pretty good entertainment system here on the ship.
Got any training programs on there?
Oh, sure, yeah. What kind of thing are you looking for?
Well, I wanted to maybe become proficient in advanced melee weapons.
Well, I don't know about that. Like I say, I'm a trucker, not a fighter. But There's certainly some combat programs on there. You're welcome to try them out. Maybe take a friend.
Yeah, sounds
I'll roll
good.
with you, big guy.
Yeah, it sounds great.
Clem does explain that there are 3 kind of full immersion pods down in this little suite, but it is possible from either the science stations or down the bridge or pretty much anywhere with a terminal to patch in a somewhat less advanced headset, so you can have basically as many people as you want connected into the game. But for the full haptic feedback, the full sensor suite, there are only 3 bays available on the ship.
I'm just imagining the VR fucking setup from Red Dwarf.
I say nothing.
There isn't.
First
There is
thing
no-
that
there
came
isn't-
into my mind.
I say nothing.
There is no Madame Dragone simulator on this starship.
To be fair
Nice.
though, if her and Aldous got their heads together on the licensing rights, honestly, you should suggest that to them.
Yeah, you might get a cut of that.
Mm-hmm.
You could be set for life.
Armor is expensive.
Then you'll be the one hiring us from Aldous.
As distractedly wanders out of his quarters with a tape measure and starts measuring up face, kind of shoulder to shoulder, neck to lower back, circumference of his muzzle, and just muttering to himself while just doing all this to face.
Careful around the wings. Just they're a bit ticklish.
Meanwhile, Clem's just still waxing lyrical about how much he enjoys space trucking.
Well, it's a lot of sitting around, but I love it. You get to set your own hours. You get to meet all sorts of folk. You got independence. The money's good. You just get a sore butt once in a while. Funnily enough, that's exactly what my sister used to say about working at the Rouge Saloon down on Mariana 6.
Oh god.
Where is that?
Well, it's
Of
all
course she
it's
did.
the Mariana system.
Oh, okay.
People say good things about Mariana 5, but you gotta go to 6.
Number 6 is. Let me just write that down. 6 good, 5 bad.
He knows the road.
Ask if he can get you a discount, Face.
I mean, can you?
There ain't no discounts down at the Rouge Saloon, my friend. Them's be bargain basement prices already, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, maybe I don't want to go there then.
Not if it's like the Asoki food.
Blaz is wandering back into his room, staring at the tape measure, wondering how he's going to make a 104-inch chest work.
I believe in you, man.
Yarla starts
got this.
dutifully just scooping plates and dishes away back to the kitchen. Clem gets up to give her a hand. Starts generally ferrying stuff away. And
I thank Yarla for the lovely meal.
Mm.
Oh, you're welcome.
It's great.
Did they say how long we were going to be on the ship for?
So
Yeah.
it's about a week out to the it's a fairly quick ship, but you get you there in half the time with a lot of cheaper transports. But yeah, still best.
I mean,
part of
what is the plan when we get there, guys? Are we gonna just storm the planet, see what's going on, or because he said there's not been any communications from them. So we don't know what's going on. Everyone might be completely fine, but everyone also might be completely dead.
I don't think going in guns blazing is the best idea.
No, well, that's why this is a good time to
Yeah.
come up with a plan.
I think a cautious approach.
I
I
sticks
think we
his
need to try and be stealthy. As
Sticks-
stealthy as you lot are.
Blas sticks his head out of the bedroom door and says to Clara, "It's probably best if we play it by ear."
Oh god.
Clara just
Woman
picks
kind
up her book and just opens it and just sinks down in her chair and starts reading. Just like that's
Try an
enough
example
social
of
interaction for
stealth.
today.
Jay, can I actually do a stealth check to sneak up on Nanashi?
You can.
Do it.
Yeah. It's be going against she's passive perception.
Do I have to roll anything?
What did you get there?
19.
19.
Ooh.
Give me a perception roll, she.
Hang on, my mouse is broken. Perception roll.
Yes,
One
please.
second.
She's pretty perceptive.
I just can't roll the bloody dice. Oh, and the 18.
18
Mm-hmm.
is beaten by Sam's. Was it 23,
Oh my
Sam?
gosh.
Okay, you managed to sneak up on she.
So what happens is she's busy doing whatever she's doing, and suddenly, just like right in front of her face, there's a lizard on a stick.
She is so furious that you have managed to sneak up on her. She takes the lizard on a stick and begins chasing you around the room with it, trying to get it up your nose, exactly like she said she would if you tried to give her a lizard on a stick.
Can I attempt to jump and grab the lizard on the stick on her hand?
What dice? What?
Okay, I want you to. I want you to give me a sleight of hand check.
Me?
Yeah. And that is going to be against.
Does anyone else have the Benny Hill theme in their head, or is it just me?
And I'm going to compare that to a.
I mean,
to a reflex roll, a reflex saving throw from she.
Okay.
So it's sleight of hand versus reflexes.
8.
10.
Yeah. You go for it. Your dragon friend tries to whisk that lizard out on a stick out from under you.
Yeah. He
Stick up his
misses.
nose instead.
he misses and ends up kind of sliding across the floor into the table. And, axe everywhere. As usual.
Whoa. Easy there, guys. It's like having the kids back.
You got kids?
You have kids, Clem?
Oh, yeah. I mean, me and Yarla, we got 12.
Wow.
Wow.
7 girls and
Jesus.
five fine boys.
How old are they?
It's a uterus, not a clown car.
Well, that strikes me kind of rude there, partner.
Yeah.
Us Yosoki,
Keep digging, James.
believe in
Keep
big,
digging.
Us Yosoki believe in big families
And manners.
and manners.
That was probably an out of character utterance.
Rusty Mustang.
Yeah. I was not in the room. I can't be held responsible for that. Blas can't be seen to be any more racist towards aliens than he already is.
Aliens?
Well, the
Hashtag not all Yosoki.
the kids have all moved on now. They're out there living their lives.
We went to the Soki restaurant on the station.
Oh, wow. That was a brave choice.
Yeah. I thought it would be alright, but a couple of us did get sick.
Well, don't let anybody ever tell you that Yosoki can't cook. We can cook. It's just we don't like waste either. So if we see something that's gonna go wanting, We'll take it.
Yeah, I think maybe you guys have stronger stomachs than most other races.
That could be said.
He does start to bang on a little bit vaguely. He's maybe had a couple at this stage about his various children. Like I say, of whom there are 12. I will say to you that any time you like, you can ask Yarla or Clem about their kids. At which point, I will want you to roll a d12, and they will then regale you with stories about said child for half an hour.
Nice.
So there are 12 children, d12 to... and then you know
Clara
what story
would
you're going to get.
definitely ask about the kids.
And it's a full half hour.
She would love
Does
that.
it count as a rest?
No.
Does it actually cost you stamina points?
No, they're lovely.
With
They're
all
lovely, but it's
points.
not a rest. They're lovely, but it's not a
Okay.
rest.
I'm gonna put her into the kitchen and make myself a cup of tea, and then I'm ready to go. Do whatever.
Okay.
This is what I came for. Giant dragons on spaceships going to make themselves cups of tea. That's why I'm here.
Yeah.
Damn straight. Damn straight. Face is making himself a cup of tea. Anybody else?
So, having checked out the gunnery systems, what are the actual guns that we've got available here, Jay? In this
A very fair question. Okay, so you have 2 turrets, and they are packing light particle beams. They're a medium range weapon, and do an alright bit of damage. In fact, they
light orbital particle cannon.
no, light particle beam. So you have a pair of those on turrets. You also have on your forward arc, you have a heavy torpedo launcher and a light EMP cannon in your forward arc. And to the aft, you have a flak thrower.
So I've got 4. Is it 4 light particle beams? Did you say?
2 light particle beams mounted on turrets either side of the ship.
Beams. Yeah.
You've got a flak thrower to the aft. You've got a heavy torpedo launcher to the forward arc, and also a light EMP cannon. So I'll give you
a light EMP cannon.
Yeah, I'll give you the brief rundown on those specs. So the heavy torpedo launcher is a tracking weapon, so it's a target lock weapon. You've got limited fire. You've got 5 torpedoes in the rack. It'll do 5d8 damage at a range of 20 hexes, and that's basically it for the torpedo launcher. EMP cannon obviously knocks out power systems. It's got a shorter range of 5 hexes, and it lands EMP damage rather than traditional damage. Your light particle beams land 3d6 damage. They have a range of 10 hexes, and there's 2 of those. And the flak thrower has a range of 5 hexes out to the back, and does 3d4 damage.
Cool. I'm guessing we'll only be able to use so that's the next question is, can you operate all these systems from one central point, or for example for the turrets, does that mean that we'll only ever have one turret engaged because only one of us is manning a turret, or how does it work?
There are 2 gunnery positions, which are the control systems for the weapons predominantly. There's certainly an override for the weapon systems. So you can override them from the bridge, at which point you have control of the ship's weapon systems. So there are 2 gunnery positions, so you can have 2 gunners working towards controlling the ship's weapons, but what weapon that gunner is controlling or doing stuff with is kind of up to the gunner. So they can seize control of a turret or seize control of an emplacement,
Right.
and control it. So to give you an idea, the actions that a gunner can take are they can fire at will, which is fire any 2 starship weapons with a -4 penalty, so it's kind of like your full attack. You can shoot one of your starship's weapons, and obviously something within its firing arc. You can do a broadside, but no, you need to be at 5th level to do that, and precise targeting. So really, it's basically whether you're taking a shot or taking a fire at will double shot.
Yeah.
That is mainly the gunner's job, and of course picking the weapons to use in the first place.
Yeah. So basically, if I'm in either of those sort of targeting pods, I can access all weapon systems. Is that right?
Correct.
Excellent. Okay. Cool.
Any other questions
I have no further questions at this time.
Any other questions about your ship rolls or the layout of the ship, or anything you want to ask Clem or Yarla about?
How big is the ship? Again?
The ship is
like,
approximately
size and spec?
The ship's approximately 200 feet long. It's a medium-sized ship. It has.
It's just a cargo ship.
It's a medium transport.
Transport.
It has. You asked me something else, didn't you? What was it? It's a tier 4 ship. 50 in the shields, and yeah, she's a good little. Oh, she's got an average maneuverability.
Nice.
And a speed of 8. Oh yeah.
Is that top speed or just general cruising?
That's number of tiles that it can move in a turn. So yeah, 8 tiles.
No, is that its maximum speed or the speed it's kind of moving at?
Yeah,
now?
it's maximum. Yeah, it's its maximum speed unless it does you could do kind of like a funky maneuver that boosts the engines or does like effectively a dash or something like that. Okay.
So what are the phases?
Okay, so well, as you guys start to like poke around at the systems and start to clearly try and get your bearings here on the Rusty Mustang, Clem senses a little bit of the trepidation in the air. He's like,
well, hey, if you really want to get a feel for her, we could always drop some practice drones and see how you get on. Happy to do it now or in the morning if you'd rather.
don't know what that rather was. That was not the right accent. It all fell off a cliff.
That went Cornish right at the
Did go a
last
bit
word.
Cornish, didn't it? A little bit Cornish.
A little bit Alec Guinness doing his
Occasionally,
accent
you
changes.
can't pull up early out of these accents. You got to drive them into the mountain.
Got to commit.
You do have to commit. Okay, so yeah, so he's basically saying like, if you want to get some shut eye, get a fresh night's sleep in the morning, can drop some practice drones, or we can do it straight away after dinner.
I'd be down for a rest.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, good rest.
Didn't you already have a nap?
Yeah, well, you know.
Did the tea finish you off, did it?
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody else getting some shut eye?
Against
Clara will read for a bit first.
Okay.
She's gonna stay up here.
Yeah, she feels a bit too kind of on edge to sleep.
Well, that's probably for the best.
yeah.
Because it looks like Clara's keeping the light on for a bit.
Well, I'm not going in the bedroom to read. I'm staying out in the.
Oh, okay.
I'm being
Yeah.
considerate and staying
Well,
out of the bedroom.
I don't think the kind of keeping an eye on things is like the bedroom is the right place. I'm also in the living room with the lights on.
Yeah, Ormangander's in the living room too, reading, studying up on the weapon systems, and occasionally looking over at Nanashi and then chuckling, looking back at his weapon systems, chewing on his nose stick.
I honestly will hold the grudge till the end of time. I will get you back.
Well, she.
This is going to be a thing now.
Don't
She
even try and claw bump me.
makes Yarla makes her way over to her quarters. Gets an early night. It's been a long day. Obviously, she's been driving the forklift like an absolute machine. She's cooked for everybody. She's had to put up with Clem all day. She's ready for some downtime. So she says a good night and makes her way to her room, leaving Clem and she and Clara at the table, just whiling the night away. Clem's picking up a bit of a vibe. She's not very talkative. Clara has got her nose in the book. Just quietly, just makes his excuses, starts making his way towards the door.
Just reading one for our battle beetle. It's fine.
He's going quite slowly because he's like, yeah, no, you're good. I'm not being rude by leaving, am I? Okay, no, it's fine. That's fine. And off he goes. Skittles back to his quarters, and yeah, you are left with the gentle throb of the Rusty Mustang's engines humming in the living space as you guys unwind into your evening. And that will take us up to bedtime. The following morning, everybody gets up, has a bit of breakfast. Once again, a nice breakfast. You don't know how long these supplies are going to last, but certainly it's comfier than the surroundings would imply here on the Rusty Mustang. In the morning, once the pots and pans are tidied away, Clem seems quite excited about seeing you guys in action. It's been a while since anybody's flown the Rusty Mustang with him and Yarla, but wouldn't be the only time. And yeah, he's kind of excited to see what you guys, what all the fuss is about.
Well, if you guys want to get your eye in, now's as good a time as any.
Yeah, are you ready to fly ship, guys?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Clem makes his way down the stairs and into the bridge area of the Rusty Mustang.
Bridgie boys.
So, we have as our intrepid pilot, that would be She. So, She, you're going to come and take one of these chairs down here at the front of the ship. Clara, you were taking the captain's chair up here on this little raised platform here. Ormagander's going to make his way up into one of the turrets.
Let's just put him in there.
Yeah, put him up in the turret. Face, I believe you can do your roll from anywhere, but I would suggest probably the bridge is the way to be, or potentially at one of the workstations. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I need to sort of be near the weapons and the engines and the shields.
You need to be able to channel those energies. Okay, cool. And Blaz, you'll be in one of the science compartments to the rear as well, the one just next to Facey.
Yeah. Which one do you want, Blaz? Which one? I can use either one.
Whichever one has in the console an integrated small rectangular viewing port for me to stare down to discern all the sciencey things.
that's the one on the right. That's the one to start the starboard side of the ship you're looking for.
Fantastic.
Going to discern all of the science.
Nice.
Okay, in that case, bear with me a second, guys, and we will. And I really am a bit daunted by this bit, I gotta be honest. But you know what? We'll work it out. We'll work it out this week, and we'll get it slick for next week. That's how we do. That's how we do. So. I'm just something. Sorry. Just something's just occurred to me, but it's fine. It's fine.
You've got a battle map.
We have a battle map. There you go, folks. So
we're playing asteroids.
Here is the Rusty Mustang out in deep space. It's dropped out of drift drive briefly. So just to find this rogue asteroid field, just to have a little bit of sparring practice with some drones. So I just need to grab a suitable token. Sorry, bear with me 2 seconds. I'm going to release 2 little drones.
Oh, the ship's kind of cute from the outside.
The Rusty Mustang is quite the ship. It's quite the ship.
Oh, it looks like a hammerhead shark, kind of.
Yeah.
With a tail.
That's a bit big. Okay, we can have a little drone here. Whoop. And
Sort of looks like Squidward.
Like Squidward mixed with Frankenstein and a hammerhead shark.
Yeah.
okay.
It's like fucking cloud gazing. What do you see in this shape?
So when you're flying, guys, your ship is always pointed towards one of the flat edges of the hexes.
Okay.
Just so you're aware. Now, so the way this works is, and it might take us a minute to muddle through this, but the way it works is, beginning of every space combat or space encounter, first thing you're going to do is assign roles, right? I imagine you're going to stay in these roles most of the time, but that's the very first thing that you do in a round of space combat. So that's whether you're captain, engineer, gunner, pilot, science officer, magic officer, first mate, and whatever. Then there's going to be engineering checks, right? So everybody whose actions take place in the engineering phase, which would be obviously the engineer, I think the science officer as well, that takes place in the engineering phase,
And the magic officer.
and the magic officer as well. So you can kind of pick the order in which those things happen, but all ships do all of their engineering actions all at once. And then there's the helm phase, where the pilots get to do their thing. So the very first thing that's going to happen is all the pilots are going to roll effectively for initiative. They're going to roll a piloting check. Whoever gets the lowest score is going to move first, and then the highest score gets to move afterwards and plan out what their moves are. So that's the pilot actions. And then there's a gunnery phase. So firing in the same order that the pilots acted, and then the effects of all the damage are done at the end of the phase.
And
Okay.
I can do the captain things at any phase.
Yeah, so captain actions, you get
Can demand and encourage.
you get to do basically I think you get to do like one action at any point during the round, don't you, to kind of like step up and show leadership.
Demand I can only do once per combat, and it gives a +4 to someone's action. Encourage, there's no limit on it, and it gives a +2.
There we go.
But I have to call it before it's rolled. So basically, I just have to pick someone each round that when they say, I want to try and do this, I just go, I encourage you!
You got this. You got this.
Yeah.
And then you get a +2.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's like in Warhammer 40k when you get rerolls. It's like, shoot better! So-
I'm just going to give these junk drones some names.
I feel like I should save my demand for a Connor roll.
yeah, you should absolutely do your magic better.
Save the +4 for you, Face.
Yeah.
That's made it far too small.
Crazy?
You're right. Okay, sorry about this. Drone B and drone A.
It looks really daunting when you look at it, but then I read it all and I was like, oh, so I can just do that or that. That's easy. Or I can taunt, but that is slightly more complicated, and I don't think I'm going to get my head around that today. So I'm just gonna go for encouraging. Clara's not really the taunting type anyway.
So let's take this first round real easy then. So the first phase is the engineering phase, right? So everybody whose actions take place in the engineering phase, which would be Blaz, Face, and
That's it.
that's it. Pick what you want to do while my two drones think about what they're going to do.
Okay. Well, I want to. How close are we to these drones? One's quite far away.
You can measure with the measure tool. That should still work. It doesn't actually kind of quite. It's counting in tiles rather than feet, but
I want to do Eldritch Shot.
Eldritch Shot. Okay.
I augment a starship weapon with a burst of personal magic. If I succeed, the gunner treats the range of that weapon as 5 hexes longer than normal.
Nice.
Ooh,
nice.
tasty.
Yeah.
Okay, so pick a weapon then. Which weapon are you going to augment and attempt a mysticism check against?
What weapon are you feeling, Ormanganda?
Well, so I'm thinking either the light particle beams, maybe, or let's start with the heavy stuff. Let's start with the stuff that blows stuff up.
Okay, because
should we incapacitate first? I don't know.
This increases range by 5 tiles, so
So Jay, what was the range on the heavy torpedo launchers again?
The heavy torpedo launchers, I think, are 10 hexes. I'll have to check. Hang on. Heavy torpedo launchers. That is 20 hex range.
Ooh, I think. Do you know what, mate? The thing is, I think that if I try and black the one that's far away, I think he is within 20 hexes. Maybe. Let me just count.
Yeah, he will be.
He will be.
Yeah.
Okay,
So, is there any other fancy stuff you can do that can increase our killing power?
not right now. I can do something for the pilot though.
That might be better then, because I think they're both within range.
Okay.
Just a quick question: where do the weapons fire from in terms of how it travels along the hexagons?
So the heavy torpedo launcher is mounted in the front arc, so that is going to come out in. Hang on, let me just do this in a way.
So it goes forwards.
It's going to come out basically along these. Oh, come on.
So do we need to line up with stuff before we shoot it?
That's exactly what I'm thinking. Is what
You're gonna
position
have to- you're gonna have to
you
line
into so you can shoot.
You're gonna have to line guns up with their target. So the heavy torpedo launcher fires in the front arc. So does the light EMP cannon. The 2 light particle beams are actually on turrets, so that they can fire kind of in any direction. And the flak thrower is in the aft.
So that comes out the back.
It does.
Alright. Well, in that case, I'm going to use precognition.
Oh, okay.
I use my supernatural senses and a spark of divination magic to see the opponent's motion before it happens.
Ooh,
Giving
nice.
you a split second to shout a warning to your ship's pilot. Attempt a mysticism check. On a success, you grant the pilot a +2 circumstance bonus to their piloting check at the beginning of the helm phase.
Nice.
To determine
Thanks,
the pilot
Face.
order.
So you're going to give she a +2 bonus to the piloting roll that determines initiative, basically.
Yeah.
So give us that mysticism check. So and your starship's tier is 4, so
it's the DC is 10 + 1 minus half my starship's tier, so 9, I guess.
yeah, it doesn't. It's really stupid. It doesn't mean minus. It's like 1.15 times your starship's tier. So it'd be 1.5. So it'd be 6. So the DC would be 16.
Wait, what? That doesn't make sense.
I know the way they write it in the rulebook makes no sense at all.
Okay.
So, yeah, so Mrs. is check a 16.
That is a fucking 7.
7. Okay, so no precognition this round, unfortunately.
I can't.
It happens. It does happen.
Don't worry, man. You're getting it out of the way. You'll be shit hot when we're actually heading to fight.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's just training.
I've only just woken up, you know.
Yeah.
All those naps. Like.
Sleepy. The tea finished him off. He's still got some goblin goo on him.
Face can still
Stop
taste the
being
toothpaste. Let's go on to Blaz then. Blaz with the science officer actions.
there. Ooh, yes.
Baz is gonna stare down his oh damn it! I've just closed the tab. Hang on.
Oh no! Control Shift T.
He's gonna stare down Chrome.
These are not treats. These are dice.
Okay.
Pick your lips at these.
So yeah, it's gonna initiate a scan.
Okay, yeah. So that's DC 11 plus the, any enemy countermeasures, which I don't think they do have. Okay, yep. So how's that gone?
That's a 12.
That's a 12. It makes it. Scan the enemy with your sensors. Make a computer's check. Apply modifiers for where we're at. Okay. If successful, learn the first unknown piece of information on the list below. Okay, so basic information. Crew complement. So there's no crew on these drones. They are unmanned. Ship classification is it is a drone. Hang on. Stat block. There we go. It's a tiny racer. And its speed is 8, and its maneuverability is perfect. So there you go. Perfect, tiny maneuverable racer with a speed of 8. That's your scan. Okay, so that's everybody done in the engineering phase, right? We will get faster at this, don't worry. Okay, so now it's helm. So my 2 pilots, or not pilots, and she all make a roll.
What am I rolling for? Sorry.
And I could do with...
It's basically, I think, initiative, Ali.
Thank you.
Although it's weird, so I guess, but strangely
You want-
enough, they
you
maneuver
want
first,
low.
and you can react. No, surely you want high. It's just that because you can then see what they do and then you react.
Oh yeah, I guess.
I think.
Wait, I was gonna
Yeah.
say I would want to see what they did and be able to react to it. I
Yeah,
would thought
that's
that
right.
would be better.
Yeah, that's right.
So
So, for example, if you wanted to, I guess, so they have to move, and then, for example, if you wanted to move in on their tail or something, then you could do that. Yeah. So I'm
Yeah.
guessing it's still that you want the highest possible. It's just that the advantage accrues from them having to go first. And I think the way they work out weaponry, I don't know if it's all considered to fire at the same time, or I don't know how it works.
just to talk about weapons, where are you looking to fire? It's obviously initial maneuvers. Are we looking to get in a position where you can fire? What weapon are you thinking?
Well, that's a good question. So I think.
Where does your light beam go? How many hex?
So they're both, the one that's furthest away is within range of the heavy torpedoes, and the one which is closer is definitely in range of the light beams. But I'm thinking maybe if what you do, I'll just get on to Albert, is I don't know if there's an advantage to you trying to move directly up here so that one's further away, and they have to close the distance to engage. So we focus on this one first, this drone A.
Yeah.
Maybe if you reposition into here, I don't know how many actions it costs to like turn within the hex.
I need to check again.
Yeah, but presumably so that we're facing it and ideally if we can hit drone A on the flank or in the rear, and if that meteor's there, then it's blocking drone B from us. So we've almost got some cover. So maybe if we're in a position, ideally up around here, and then we attack drone A first, take out drone A, and then move on to drone B.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
She is only working in collaboration with you because we have to. The grudge. Just so you know.
Okay. You know, my next thing is I'm going to try and stealth up on you and claw bump you without you being able to stop me.
So
there'll be blood.
How was your piloting check?
Oh, I thought it was initiative. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, piloting. Yeah.
17.
17 for she.
Is it? Yeah, 17.
Okay, so drone B is going to have to move first. Because
yeah, that's good.
As drone B only got a piloting score.
Oi, that's
12.
You beat that low, mate.
So maximum speed is 8 tiles with a perfect maneuverability. So they're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and end up pointing that way. Okay, so that's my helm action. So yeah, then it'll be she next. So what are you going to do with your helm action? So you get to do your moves now.
Okay.
So you can fly the starship up to its speed and make any turns allowed by its maneuverability, which we can come back to if you want at some point in the minute. Maneuver, make a piloting check to reduce the distance between turns by 1. You can do a variety of different stunts, so you can do a back off, a barrel roll, evade, flip and burn, flyby, slide, turn in place. You've got enough
Flying
ranks.
forwards might be a good.
Yeah. So if you just want to fly forwards, then yeah, you've got you can move up to 8 tiles.
Okay. So, I think there was a thing about turning. So you have to, if you're turning, you have to make go forward by 2 and then turn.
Yeah. So
I'm not sure.
it's the easiest way to explain.
Just to check, what are you thinking now?
I reckon we should still. So drone A will presumably maneuver after us, yeah?
Yeah.
But I still think it's worth heading up this way so that we pick on one drone, and it makes more sense to me to go for drone A, I think, because drone B is going to have to close the distance more. So if you want to take, so it's 8, is it? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How far can you move there and then turn to face drone A? Are you allowed to do that?
I think turning takes 2 turns.
Okay.
I'm just
So
checking.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then turning into drone A's flank, maybe?
I think so, and then you can shoot from there.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you have to turn to move in that direction though?
Yeah, you're right. You would.
You need to.
So I'd make
the way the turning
So that would be
works,
2 as well.
With a maneuverability of 2, it basically means that you can you have to move 2 tiles before you can turn like one face of a tile. So it's like 2 tiles, one face, 2 tiles, one face, 2 tiles, one face. So that's what dictates your turning circle.
So if I move 2 tiles forward, I think I have to move before I can turn, don't I?
Yeah.
So if I move 2 tiles forward, turn, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I can get right behind it.
You can't move through it, can you? Because we'd have to turn again.
Yes, but that's really complicated.
What, can we move through the square where they are?
Hang on. Yes.
Sorry, can you move 3 square tiles that contain other ships?
Yeah.
Yes, you can. Let me give you the exact wording. Since the hexes in starship combat aren't representative of 3-dimensional distance, ships can move through hexes containing other starships, but they can't end their movement there. If a starship moves through a hex containing an enemy starship, the enemy starship can fire any one of its direct fire weapons from any arc at the moving starship, targeting its aft quadrant.
So they can make that move straight away?
They will essentially get an attack of opportunity because you're flying directly underneath them and they get to, like, open up the taps on you as you go past.
Okay, I wouldn't recommend that then, because we'd be 1, 2...
Okay, change of plan. Because of the turning thing, which I didn't realise, maybe we go for drone B first. Yeah?
Okay, so...
But do the same thing. So I suppose 1, 2... Wait, 1...
1, 2, and then you're turning that way. Oh, I don't know where the little laser thingy is.
You can just do... Go here and then turn. Or go here and then turn this way.
It's either one of those. But
I would go... Yeah, let's go for that one there, and then go and engage that way, I think.
Okay, so moving 1, 2...
Or we could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then turn this way.
Hang on, that's 4, 5, 6.
Well, you can only turn 60 degrees, so one face at a time.
1. Oh right, okay, so that wouldn't be worth it. Even though it would be covered by the asteroid.
2 tiles
we're gonna have
turn,
to...
2 tiles turn, 2 tiles turn. That's how it works.
Okay, so we just go here then.
I think given that we can't turn in the direction of drone B, we might be better going for drone A. I don't know.
Okay, yeah. You can go for drone A if you want. Just go all guns to drone A, yeah.
We can go right behind it.
Yeah, okay. And then you can turn 1, I guess, to face drone A.
Oh wait, is that 1, Jay?
Yep, that's it.
Okay, and then... sorry. I'm sorry. And then 1, 2, 3. How close do you want to get? I think we'll stay back a little bit. We don't want to be completely on its tail.
You want to go like here?
Yeah, I think that's good.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, that took ages.
That's okay.
No, that's fine.
Okay, so drone A is actually...
Lars has given up. Abandoned ship.
Drone A is going to attempt a flip and burn.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so it moves up to half its speed without turning, which is 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then do the old flipperino. That is based on a piloting check. So here we go. +2 is 16. Okay, I failed that check, so I move at half my speed and don't rotate. So I wanted to do the old flip around and end up on your tail, but it didn't pan out. It does mean you also get to fire any one of your guns at me as I go past.
Oh, it's an additional.
Yeah, it's basically an attack of opportunity because I flew through your space. So
and it's any gun.
Any gun, and it's you don't get any advantages or bonuses. You do get a free attack. It's free attack with any gun targeting my aft quadrant.
And is it just my normal gunnery check?
Yep.
Right. So it's that.
Can he get a bonus if I say I encourage him?
Yeah, because there's
allowed on an attack of opportunity.
So it doesn't benefit from any bonuses or additional abilities from other actions taken aboard the enemy starship.
Okay, so no plus computer system, no plus captain, no plus science officer.
You might be able to. It only says it doesn't benefit from any bonuses or additional from other actions taken aboard the enemy starship.
Yeah, so that means surely from our starship still, yeah? No?
Yeah, no, I think that's. Yeah, anyone in the any character currently in a gunner role can make this attack, so it's up to you, Sam.
Yeah, so I'll make the attack. I don't know how I mean, I know what my sort of check is, but my only question is, what is the
So tell me which gunner you're looking to fire.
I'm going to shoot him with a torpedo.
Really?
Big boy.
Bear in mind, torpedoes do have a.
Oh, do they have an area of effect or something?
They are kind of area effecty, yes.
Okay, yeah. No. Then I'll shoot him with the let's try the light particle. Yeah. Seems more sensible.
That makes sense. So you're shooting him with the light particle beam.
Yes, I'm just checking.
The one that comes out the bum.
No, that's
Because he's behind us now. It's the Taurus
well,
one.
we could shoot him with the flak, but it's not as powerful, I think.
So if you're attacking against the AC.
Yeah.
So yeah,
just
give
trying
me
to
that
get my
gunnery check.
This is not. I'm looking at the wrong thing, aren't I? There we go. Yeah, so it's gunnery check is 1d20 plus the gunner's base attack bonus or the gunner's ranks in the piloting skill, plus the gunner's dexterity modifier, and then it says plus bonus from computer systems, plus bonuses from the captain and science officers.
So you're not currently using the computer system, although this does have a funky computer on it that can give you a little bonus.
Okay, sorry. Is that something that I needed to tap into as well? I thought that was something that.
Sorry, I forgot.
How would I do that?
I forgot to mention that. Right. So
Right.
Your ship has a Mark II trinode computer. And a Mark II trinode computer allows you to do the following. It allows you to grab a +2 bonus from essentially any 3 stations in a round.
+2 bonus.
Yes.
So I'm assuming I can use it because nobody else did. It'd be wasted if we don't.
You can use it, yeah.
Yeah, cool. Okay, and then so what's with the captain?
But bear in mind, you
as
haven't even
well?
had your gunner reactions yet, as well. So.
No, I know. So then we've also got the. Sorry, guys.
That's if I encourage you, the captain
Yeah.
thing. Which
Yeah.
she definitely would, and she definitely would do it by saying, quick, put that weird
Shoot letter.
certain levels of excitement to good use and shoot that guy.
Sorry. Okay, so that's 8, 9, 10. So what do I get from you for that bonus?
+2.
What? +2. Okay. Right. That's 19, that's 29, that's 31.
Damn.
Clara have to roll for the.
Oh yeah, sorry. Does Clara have to roll
I mean,
for her encouraging thing?
you've definitely hit. So
Okay.
so it's a roll for damage situation.
So that was the
God,
it's 3d6, wasn't it? 3d6. I've got loads of d6s and I've only got one here. That's stupid.
Oh, I do have to roll.
Oh, sorry. Do you want? Wait. So is it hit anyway? So should we?
Yeah, I mean, it
What
hits
do
with or without my bonus. Right.
Yeah. Doesn't make any difference because it wasn't a critical anyway.
I should have put my glasses on. If you succeed a DC 10 check using the same skill.
That's 11.
Spell.
11 of your damage.
Damn, which is enough to create a critical. Because the way this works, guys, is you have a critical threshold. Basically, if you take off a certain amount of health, a certain
Argument's
percentage,
sake, I rolled a
shot.
17,
certain
by the way.
percentage of health in a single shot, then it counts as a critical. So I will suffer some critical effects there.
Just to go on the doing everything, even though I technically didn't need to, I did roll a 17 for a DC 10. So even though my bonus wasn't needed, it counted.
God damn it, Zoe! You always do a good roll. You just needed an 11.
It's my new dice. My new dice. Praise the dice. It's a good.
Praise the
it's
dice.
a good
All
dice.
praise the
I got
dice.
17 the first time. It's great.
I'm gonna tell my dice to fuck off.
Maybe I should ask. Maybe I should convince. You need to lean into the whole adopting my sister as your sister thing. Maybe she should buy you some dice.
Yeah, I think she should buy me some dice.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
Okay, so the way criticals work on ships is critical damage. Okay,
You look really focused, Ellie.
here we go.
And a little
Really
bit
in the-
scared.
Really in the zone.
So I need to roll a percentage dice to work out which system is affected by this critical hit. So that is
This is so
Right.
tasty.
so that is a
I
4.
was looking at the piloting map. Sorry, that's why.
No, good stuff, yeah.
Fuck me.
So Drone A's weapon system, the weapons rate takes a critical hit. Randomly determine one arc containing weapons. Condition applies to all gunner actions using weapons in that arc. Oh dear. Right. That's not very ideal.
For us or them.
So there we go. So I've got glitching weapons array now. You've made my weapons array glitch. That's kind of
Nice.
annoying. Okay. Well, that was my go. So now we're into gunnery actions. Again, starting with the lowest initiative first. So Drone B can and will have a shot with come on.
Huh.
You all right?
Yeah. I think I figured out the taunt thing that I can do. That's all.
The taunt thing.
The taunt thing. The one
Sounds
of the
incredibly
captain
useful.
actions. Yeah,
Is it
I just so basically I can taunt I select an enemy vessel and a phase of their combat and then make a bluff or intimidate check with a DC of some maths. If you are successful, each enemy character acting during the selected phase takes a -2 penalty to all checks for 1d4 rounds.
Nice.
And the penalty increases to -4 if the enemy's check is made as part of a push action. Once used against an enemy starship, regardless of the outcome, taunt can't be used again against that starship during the same combat. So I can use it more than once in a fight, but I can only use it once per ship per fight.
Yeah. It's
Uh,
basically just you going, Khan!
Okay.
Yeah, basically.
So that's an 18 to hit the Rusty Mustang, which I believe does hit with the whatever it was I was firing with, the coil gun. The coil gun loses off a few shits. This is obviously virtual damage. This is not actually going to damage the ship, but this is all being logged by a computer. And that's 4. Oh, D4 is really awkward to pick up. 8. Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
11. 12. 12 points of damage to the Rusty Mustang from Drone B.
Is that critical?
What did I say? 12. So
Yeah.
you'll be glad to know that the Rusty Mustang has a grand total of 85 health points. What did I say? 12.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Which I
she's a thick
think
girl.
Pretty good
should
for a
be-
rust
I
bucket.
think should be
Yeah.
okay. So I think it's when it's over 20%. Yeah. So that would that be over 20%? Yeah, I guess it would.
Okay, I don't need to understand either of the other things I can do until I'm at level 6 and level 12, so that's fine.
So it was under 20%, so no critical hit this time.
Yeah, it's 14%.
So that was the gunnery on Drone B. So Rusty Mustang gets to fire next. Gunner, Ormanganda, you are up.
So what do you want, guys? Should we hit the same ship again? or do you want to go for?
It makes sense to get rid of one, right?
Yeah, we'll hit Drone A again then, or we'll try and hit Drone A again. That is 20.
A 20 will hit. So the thing with the flak thrower, let me just tell you what the deal is here. Oh, come on. Come on.
Oh, I wasn't targeting with the flak thrower, but I mean, I was using just the light particle.
Oh,
again.
using it. Oh, sorry,
It's
light
on top.
particle.
Is that okay?
No, that's fine. Yeah, so 3d6, please.
Yeah, just because unless the flak does something cool, but it's less damage.
It does, but I'll explain that.
Yeah,
in a moment.
when we get the opportunity to use it. Again, 11.
11. That is going to disable Rusty Drone A. Nicely done. You're 11. Excellent. Okay. Yeah, so that's disabled Rusty Drone A. That's now adrift. So Rusty Drone A is not going to get to fire or do anything at all. Very, very poor. Okay, so we start the thing again. That is basically the end of the round.
Nice.
Damage gets applied all at once. So if you do sort of shoot each other and both cause each other damage, you can blow each other up simultaneously. But yeah, so now it would be back to the top and another engineering phase. So anybody who does engineering checks can do them now.
All right, come on. 16. Let's go. I want to try and give she a +2 for piloting. Come on. That is a 9. Cool. Rolled a 5.
I take it those engineering actions did not go well.
Mine did not, no.
Okay, neither did mine. Mr. Science Officer, would you like to make an engineering check?
Happy to.
What are you going to go for this
15.
time?
I forgot what I went for last time.
Well, Science Officer, you scanned last time. You did a scan.
I did, yeah.
You can either balance the shields on the ship. You can. Oh, I did hit you, didn't I? It was for 12, wasn't it? I just realised I need to take that off your ship shields.
On which quarter will we hit?
It was the aft quadrant.
That was a cat.
Okay.
Oh, no. Ankle attack.
Hand.
Ooh.
I said it was 12, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So that is your aft shields depleted at current.
Oh shit! Better turn around.
In that case, I better balance the shields.
You can do a bit of a balance, are you? Okay.
Mm.
So that is I think it's computers for you, isn't it?
Yes, computers DC 10 plus
6, basically 16.
Okay.
Because your starship tier is 4.
Yeah, unfortunately, I only made a 15. So
15.
No.
Okay, yeah.
At least it was double digits.
That is a non-balanced shield scenario. Okay, so that's engineering actions. Everybody's done their engineering actions. Okay, so it's same deal again. We're going to roll piloting for the helm phase. Okay, so give me your piloting roll, Ellie. I got a 16.
Can I taunt against
19.
the enemy's piloting?
You probably can actually with a taunt. Select an enemy ship and a combat phase. Yeah, okay. So yeah, do you want to? So you wanting to? Okay, so do you want to penalise their initiative rolls? Essentially, is that what you're after? Or are you looking to penalise their gunnery rolls?
Yeah.
What gunnery?
Yeah. Do I have to wait until it's their gunnery turn to taunt them? Or can
Basically,
I-
yeah. You give them a load of shit while they're about to pull the trigger. That's the idea.
Okay.
It's
So,
like, have you seen
Just take
Basketball?
it for that actually, because he is right on our ass.
so you'll
Have
say
you seen Basketball where
Yes.
before they're taking a shot, and then that's basically you. You're like, yeah,
Just psyching them out by like pretending to vomit or something.
yeah.
I'll save it for the gunnery round. I'll taunt them then.
she remind me what did you get for your piloting roll? Sorry,
19.
19. Okay, so it's gonna be drone B to go first, then with their helm action. So they're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, and a turn.
So Sam, your cat's got the same name as my sister's cat, but spelt different.
That's their helm
I was
maneuver.
just-
The helm maneuver.
Oh, my cat's name's really long. Bo's his
What
nickname.
was that they did?
So it's hers.
What's your sister's cat called?
So
Mr.
you're
Bojangles.
uh,
Sorry,
Okay.
Jay.
it's all right. So it's the Rusty Mustang to complete their helm maneuver when you're piloting
What
maneuver.
did you just? It would be helpful if I knew what you just did.
Okay,
sorry.
so I just basically kind of moved up into your aft quadrant. I'm sort of like tailing you. I'm drone B
I
here.
thought
Just
that's
the red one is
okay.
the one that's incapacitated. As far as your options go, you've got a few things you can do. You can move and turn as you did last time. You can do a maneuver, which means you can basically turn. You do a piloting check and get to turn more sharply. You can do a back off stunt, which is basically where you kind of basically fly straight backwards and give a bit of space. A barrel roll, which allows you to essentially change. If you've got like a turret on one side, like a gun on one side and a gun on the other, you can flip over to swap the positions if you've got one on the blink. You can do an evade, which basically gives you a bonus to your armor class and target lock. You can do a burn out and flip over 180 degrees to come back the other way. You can do a flyby, so you can fly through somebody else's hex, but not necessarily get the same penalties. And you can do kind of like a strafe type thing.
You can,
There's a few options.
Okay, I don't think we necessarily want to give them an extra chance to shoot us. So flying through their airspace, I'd say that was a bad idea. Can we?
We could move there and then turn towards them.
Well, if you did a maneuver, that means you could turn in a tighter circle. At the moment, you have to go 2 tiles and then turn, 2 tiles then turn.
Yeah.
With a maneuver, you do a piloting check, which in this case would be a difficulty of 21. But you can then go like 1 tile move, 1 tile move, 1 tile move, so you turn much tighter.
Okay, what maneuver is that?
That's just a maneuver.
Or is it just? It's okay. So I have to roll a 21.
Yes, on your piloting.
What if I didn't?
If you don't,
Roll a 21.
you have to do your move without the ability to tighten up.
Okay, so there's no kind of penalty.
No. I mean, I might have to come up with something if you get a natural 1, but
Okay.
Lie.
Right, okay,
By accident.
I'll roll piloting for quicker turns, but don't get your hopes.
okay, you're going to go for the maneuver.
This.
I got a 13.
A 13.
So no.
Okay, so your turning
I'm
circle
never gonna get a 21.
remains 2 tiles. So if you want to do your move, then
Okay. So what we're saying, guys? So we're wanting to kind of go down and get to the side of him,
Trust your piloting.
like down here, and then turn.
Oh, hang on, you're going backwards.
We can't. Yeah, we can't turn that way.
Go backwards.
Yeah, because this is the front of the ship.
Yeah.
I no longer trust your
Yeah.
piloting.
1, 2.
What?
We could do 1, 2, turn. 1, 2, turn. 1, 2.
And we have get 8, right?
8, yeah.
So then we could go here or like here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd have to go here.
So 1, 2, turn,
wait.
1, 2, turn.
Yeah, as long
I
as you're
think we can
facing
get to
one of
about
them.
there. Like, yeah, we can get near
Yeah.
that where the other one is.
Guys, you don't need to
So,
close. If you
1,
if you
2.
get within 10, is it? I can
Yeah.
bat them with a heavy torpedo or try and shoot them with a heavy
Ah,
torpedo.
why does it keep changing sides? Sorry.
So that's 2, 4.
I'm trying to turn.
6,
There we go.
8.
That's
would
1,
be-
2,
yeah, so
3,
that
4,
would be your 8.
5. Ah! But I cannot stop making this bigger and smaller. This is why I shouldn't have. Like, honestly, Ormagander, why did you make me pilot, you idiot? I can't even move a little dot on a screen, let alone fly a
It's alright.
ship.
There we go.
So that's.
Down to here.
Go
yeah.
on. Ormagander
that's
can't
1, 2,
hear
3,
you.
4, 5, 6.
There's all these guys, the Wacky Racers theme tune playing in his headphones as he just.
So
Pop it down where that
will
pop it down where
lead-
that red spot is.
5, 6.
There you go. And then face it towards
Is
drone
that-
A.
Okay, is that.
7, 8.
Yay! And point it towards drone A. And you're in business.
I like that I have to have
Hey.
help.
Nice.
Lovely. So the Rusty
Thanks,
Mustang
everyone.
performs a languid turn around the asteroid, brings its guns to bear on drone B.
Fuck you.
It's the way the Mustang flies.
Your language turn.
It's the way the Mustang flies.
The 30-point turn.
So the drone's already moved. So yeah, drone B has to now fire. Unfortunately, I think. Yep. You are out of my firing arc, and don't think drone B has anything else it can fire with.
Skillful piloting outside his arc. Nice.
Languid piloting, I think.
Skillful languid
that is
piloting.
not going to work. Basically, you've managed to get out of their firing solution. Well done.
I was totally
That case-
deliberate.
In that case,
Metaphorically, this is you piloting.
So you
in
know.
that case, I'll encourage our pew pews instead then. Because there's no point taunting them if they can't hit us anyway.
Yeah.
That's it.
No. Just
So
seems
should
like
we-
really mean.
Just like rubbing salt into the wound. It's like,
Okay,
"Oh,
how does
you're not
how
real,
does
you can't hit
the-
us."
heavy torpedo work in terms of? Did you say it was an area effect weapon?
Essentially, the heavy torpedo launcher. Let me just turn to the right set of rules here. No, it's gonna fly very far, very fast. But if it misses, essentially the torpedo remains live.
Excellent. Should we shoot a
figured
torpedo?
Not excellent. We should not. We should
let's
switch
shoot
roles.
torpedo,
No,
let's shoot
no.
torpedo.
We only
torpedo.
have 5 of them.
Oh yeah. Okay. So is there like a training thing, or is it like, okay, if we use them up, are they used up? Or...
you would need
How does
to
it work?
refill
Buy
them.
more torpedoes.
Oh, okay, we won't use we won't use the torpedo. Then we'll use the normal pew pews.
Oh, okay.
Is my pew pew being encouraged by the captain?
Mhm.
Raising. Okay. So is
Pew
that a
pew,
plus?
motherfucker.
Is that?
Your job. Like, your job's well easy. This isn't bad.
Hey man, it takes skill to roll as well. No, it really doesn't. I've just been really lucky. So it's my 8 plus 2 from the funky computer plus 2 from the boss lady, right?
Sounds like it.
Okay. So that is that's 28.
Sorry, you were firing with the light
with-
particle beam.
Yeah, because we don't want to waste our.
Yeah, that's fine. That is definitely a hit on drone B.
Homage.
Yes, please.
7. 13.
13 is going to, wing that little drone pretty damn hard. It has slowed down considerably, and that will be a critical hit as well on that drone. So it's on a 0. Yes, that is going to be a... What sort of critical?
A long time.
What sort of critical? It's...
critical.
Oh, no way. What?
Critical
Roll.
This hits the bloody power core. It hits the bloody power core, kid.
Oh, not the power core.
I mean,
They
bloody
can't
core.
repel firepower of that magnitude.
Not the power core.
Say.
The power core is now glitching. Power core is now glitching.
Oh
That's
shit.
the key one. It's a
Glitchy
glitchy
power
power core.
Okay, so back to
So
the beginning
the weapon
again.
systems and the power claw.
Engineering rolls, first of all. So, same deal again. Everybody gets to do their engineering stuff all at the same time.
Yay, let me not roll any higher than a 10. Yay.
I'm in
okay.
oh wait, I'm gonna use my demand on face.
The plus
get-
4.
Yeah, but I have to do a thing. I have to do an intimidation.
I rolled. Okay.
I have to,
You've already said it, so you kind of have to do it now. But
Yeah.
Laz tries to bounce the shields again and fails
Well, I
again.
rolled a 17.
okay, well I rolled a 18
Stuff.
plus.
Oh, it's not against
4.
you. It's a DC 15 plus. What's the 1.5 times our ship's
one and a
tier?
half times. Your ship is a tier 4, so it'd be 1.5 times
So
your ship. It'd be
plus
6.
six.
Yeah.
So
So
21.
it would be a 21 DC. So I roll a 17. Add. Oh god, intimidation. I need to sneeze. 2. So 19. So that didn't work.
The enemy starship tier, though, bear in mind, the enemy starship tier is only 1 at the moment.
Yeah, but that doesn't.
So
Wait.
is this for taunt or encourage?
No, this is for. I was using my demand to give
Demand. Okay.
face a +4, but I got a 19. Yeah, 19
Yeah, then it'd be a 21. I'm
against
afraid.
a 21.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why are starships so good though? Be less good or don't.
I got a 22.
Oh, okay. Well, I tried.
And you were trying to do what with the magic officer?
Give the piloting a +2 bonus.
Piloting on the +2. Okay, lovely. So everybody's done their engineering checks. So it's a helm. So roll for your piloting skill. Mine's a 17.
I feel like that exchange was a hey, face it. Yeah, I'm on. Okay, you got this.
So do you say 16, she?
No, it was 15, but face. You gave me a
+2. Yeah.
+2, so it would be 17.
Oh, okay. You know what? That brings us level. Give me just a d20 roll. We'll roll off.
I don't know what that means.
Just roll a 20-sided dice. So
I don't have a dice. I'm using
up in the
this
left-hand corner of
screen.
Owlbear, you can
Sorry.
you'll find a little rectangle. Top left of Owlbear, a little kind of rectangle with that's half filled. I'll bring out your dice tray.
Oh, yes.
Then just click on the 20.
D20.
Yeah.
And what do I do then?
Just tell me what the result is.
It's not working. I'm really sorry, guys.
You should just be able to
This is
click the 20 on the dice tray drop down.
It's not. It's 18.
18.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you do win that. So it is going to be me to
Sorry, that took me forever. But
helm first. Now, what maneuver do I want to do here? I feel like maybe want to do something cool.
there are some cool maneuvers.
There are some quite cool maneuvers. Speed, eh? Can you do a slide
The
and a
barrel
turn?
roll.
Ooh, barrel roll.
It's pretty cool.
Okay, I'm going to try an evade action here. So I'm going to do a piloting check. It's going to be 14, 16. Oh, okay, so that's made it. Okay, so I'm now going to get a +2 to AC and target lock. Because I'm all slippery like. And I'm going to get to do a move as well.
What does AC plus to AC and target lock mean?
It basically means more. AC is the armor class that you measure direct fire weapons against, and
Okay.
TL is the target lock score that you measure tracked weapons against.
Cool.
So like torpedo launchers and stuff. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There, and then can you point it around that way? Okay, that's my helm move. So it is your helm move now.
I'm guessing gun-wise, we're just wanting to use the regular gun and kind of just try and take him out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose I'd just ask Jay, what's the field of fire for the EMP cannon and what does it do?
The EMP cannon is front arc.
Okay.
It has a range of 5 hexes.
Yep.
And I'll tell you exactly what it does. Come on, light EMP cannon. Here we go. Oh, damn it. Sorry. I'll tell you what it does in a second. Carry on doing what you're doing.
Yeah, what I was just going to say is, so with shooting, do you always have to shoot after you've moved, or can you shoot and then move?
You have to shoot after you've moved.
Okay.
The only way you can do
get
you can do a
There's probably a
maneuver.
feat you can get, yeah.
we could get the EMP in range with our turning circle.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
so...
we could go 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, and then turn towards it, and it should be in range.
Basically,
You want to splat drone B?
what the EMP does is it emits a beam of electromagnetic energy that does not deal damage to ships or shields, but plays havoc with the ship's electronic systems. On a hit, an EMP weapon scrambles one of the target's starship systems, determined randomly. This causes that system to act as if it had the glitching condition for 1d4 rounds. If it's already damaged, instead increase its critical damage by 1 level of severity for 1d4 rounds. Whenever an EMP weapon scores critical damage, it scrambles 2 systems at random.
So
Are
no
you sure that
damage.
you want to do that rather than
Yeah,
actually
let's shoot the damn
taking
thing.
it
Let's just
out?
shoot
Let's
it.
take it out.
Let's just shoot it. Let's just shoot it.
Yeah.
Okay,
shoot it.
so
So
I'll
we
roll a
don't-
piloting check and see if I can turn any quicker.
Okay, so that'd be a 21
Ah,
21
just get
DC.
into it now.
18.
Okay, that does not
Again.
I'm afraid that does not fly.
I seem to roll a lot of 18.
These
Okay,
DCs are
so-
ridiculously high.
I know.
Yeah.
We
it's
get-
They
crazy.
but we
get
get
high
quite-
quick.
We get quite a lot of bonuses though as well, to be fair.
1, 2,
I don't get any
3,
bonuses.
4.
Sorry.
Can you turn twice?
tried, okay?
If you move.
You have to
You have
kind of
to
go
turn-
2, then turn, 2, then turn.
So-
You couldn't do like
really?
4 and then
Okay.
do two turn.
Okay, so for 2 then turn,
Yeah.
that would leave us there. And then another 2
So you could go 1,
and
2.
turn.
The only
Then
problem with
we'd end
that,
up
though,
here. and we
One,
yeah,
can
but
do
the only
two.
problem is that we would only be able to turn into this
Oh.
direction.
Yeah.
So we'd only,
We can still hit with the turrets.
well,
Yeah.
yeah,
You
but
can still hit with the forward arc as well, because forward arc that would
Yeah.
be within.
What about turning the other way,
it's-
like going
but
down
he's-
here? So
not in
One,
line for the forward arc.
2, 4, 5, 6. Hang on, 1,
1, 2.
3, 4,
Captain, my captain, what
5,
you saying?
6. And then turn 7, 8 we'd be front to his side. Remove that.
No, we'd have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we'd end up down here.
Would
And then
we?
he still wouldn't be in,
Yeah, that'd be too far away.
wouldn't be in line for the.
No, we can still
straight
hit
ones.
we can still hit with the like white beams because they've got a range of 10 hexes.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, the guns
well,
would hit
they're
from any
thick.
angle.
yeah, it doesn't really matter where we
But-
move, honestly.
And it doesn't matter where you are for those because they're
Okay.
turrets.
Oh yeah, for the turrets.
Yeah, yeah.
Should we just try and turn around a bit then?
Mm.
I don't know. So like 1, 2, and then is the turn 1 move, Jay, or is it 2?
No, you do it on a 6-1. So if you're here, you go 1,
Okay, 1, 2.
2, and then turn
Yeah.
1, 2, and then turn 1,
All
2.
right.
You with me?
Yeah. I'm a bit confused by the turning circle.
Turn.
You basically get to
2.
turn one face per.
Turn 1, 2. Turn 1, 2.
Oh
So
my
we'd be
God,
there
this is
and
so
then
freaking
facing this way.
complicated.
We could
Okay.
face up, but
1.
Yeah, we could turn to face up.
I can't get the pointer tool to leave. How do you get the pointer tool off? There we go. So 1, 2. That's the drone.
Yeah, that'd do it.
yeah, we could move here as well.
Okay.
So it's 1, 2, 1,
Oh, for the love
2,
of God, should we just move there?
1, 2,
Which direction am I
1, 2.
fucking facing?
and then then you just.
And then face this way. There
There we go.
Okay.
you go.
There you go.
And you
So
want me to shoot drone B?
that's all the helm. Yeah, drone B can't fire, I'm afraid. So
Drone A is dead, right?
just Rusty Mustang to shoot.
Face, would you like to be pilot next?
I'm not. My pilot skills would not be
Please.
good.
Okay, that I'm pretty sure is missed. That's 3. 13.
13. That is going to be a miss because of the cool move that they did last time. What did they do? They did a cool move. Evade. They did an evade stunt. So I gave him a
I'm
little
gonna read.
+2 to AC.
I'm going to read and do a cool stunt next time. I hope you're all ready.
Okay. Engineering check then. Engineering checks.
Alright.
Same again.
Let's go. I'm gonna try and get another number. 20.
Ooh, nice.
So that's another +2 to piloting.
Blaz fails to balance the shields again.
No.
My engineer also fails miserably. Okay, so helm actions then. Let's roll piloting. I got a 19. She's working on
I
it.
didn't have time to read a cool move, and I got a 13.
A 13. Okay.
Unfortunately.
But you got 15.
15.
Yeah,
15. Why did
Yeah.
I get a 15?
because I gave you a +2.
Unfortunately, you still have to go first, though. So you are up for the helm phase. You go first.
Right.
Where are you
Hang
flying?
on a minute. What do we think the drone's gonna do?
Well, it has to turn to face us if it wants to shoot us. So it's probably gonna go like around and try and do like a circle.
Okay.
It's
I
worth
was-
us going somewhere around here, isn't it? Isn't it? Because then, because I don't know how many they have to move before they turn as well, or can they turn in situ?
How many hexagons can they move again, Jay?
8.
What's their speed? Oh, so they have the same speed as us.
Yeah, and they've got
The drones.
perfect maneuverability.
So
Drone
what
B
does
grinds
that
up
mean?
them.
Joe?
That means that they don't have to move any tiles before they can turn.
So they
pretty
can
much
just
turn
turn
on a
in
dime.
situ.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh god.
Okay.
No, okay.
I think we maybe want to get a little distance and maybe.
Yeah. As long as you
I
stay
think-
within 10. I can
Within
hit
10.
with yeah, I can hit with the cannon.
we should just go behind it because surely it can only
Yeah,
turn one
I think
face
you're
before
right.
it has to move. Surely, or can it
So
just
if we
turn
wanted to go
completely around?
behind it, we would be sort of going 1, 2,
Move like
3,
4.
4, 5, 6.
Well, we can't turn that sharply, so we'd have to move 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, and then
We
go down.
can only turn once
And then,
every 2 turns.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we'd be flying through
You
him.
could do a flip and burn.
I was
Good.
looking at that. Yeah, let's go for that. I'm
Nice.
thinking,
So you can move up to 4 tiles and then flip through 180, provided
then
you make the.
we could
what
either
in
go
the name of
here
God
or
am I
here.
supposed to do?
So you would end up going 1, 2, 3,
Hang on,
and then
I'm
landing.
not on Alba.
So you'd go 1, 2,
1, 2,
3, 4
3.
for
Yeah.
half your movement, and then if you succeed, you'll end up flipping, so you're facing back this way towards the asteroid.
Mm.
So it's the old
In
end
the
over
same
end over
position
end
what-
flip.
In the same position we're in now.
Yeah, you'd be sat here but facing back to your original position.
Okay, yeah, let's try that. How do we do
Okay,
it?
so you give
Because
us
I was
a flip and
inverted.
burn test, yeah, because I was inverted. So that'll be a test. There's 21 DC. Sorry, no, I tell a lie. You know it is 21.
On what?
It is 21 DC.
This faces bonus stuff count.
I think you used it.
Oh, what am I rolling? Piloting.
Piloting, yeah.
Sorry, as opposed to culture. I got 22.
There you go. So you fly down here and you
Hell yeah.
manage to flip the bulk of the Rusty Mustang end over end
Oh my
and
God.
come up right behind the drone, which
I mean,
now gets to do
That
its
is
maneuver.
awesome.
there's no
I'm very
like
happy.
gravity in space, right? So it doesn't matter. We might as well have just been sort of the right way up the whole time.
Now, a little bit
It's
disappointing.
true. It's true. A lot of the way space combat's done doesn't make sense. But I guess it's just the thrusters, isn't it?
The drone's very
Thank
happy.
you
Yeah.
from our science officer.
The drone's very disappointed.
None of this makes sense.
The drone's very disappointed because he wanted to do the same maneuver and then failed it, so it's now just flying off into the distance. So, gunnery checks, starting with the Rusty Mustang.
It's the same as last time, isn't it?
Yep.
That's 30.
That's obviously a hit. How are you getting 30?
30.
How did you
Because
roll
that's
30?
18 plus my standard thing, which is 8. Yeah. Plus my
Are you just
Plus-
rolling a gunnery? Yeah, I suppose you are. Aren't you?
yeah, gunnery check. 18 plus 8 plus 2 for the computer.
You might as well be doing like the fire at will with a -4 because you just hit with 2 weapons then.
That's pretty wild.
Well, because it says unless I might have it wrong, but I don't
I
think
think
so.
you're right. But
Yeah, so it's
just wild.
1d20 plus the gunner's base stat bonus, which
Yeah.
is all the gunner's ranks in piloting skill plus the gunner's dexterity modifier. My dexterity modifier is +2. My pilot is 6, so that's +8, +2 from that fancy computer rig, right?
Wow.
So sorry, that's not 30, that's 28. Apologies.
That's crazy, bud. Yeah. It's a big hit. Give me damage.
Yeah, he's Ormangandi. He's got skills.
He can't fire an actual gun, but
Actually, to be fair,
Big
I
space
killed a goblin last time with a gunfire.
true.
Clanker who can't fire actual guns.
Ooh, that's 16.
Yeah.
Nice.
Drone B powers down, successfully deactivated by the fantastic crewing of the new team behind the Rusty Mustang. Now we have to leave, unfortunately, this evening before
Well done, everyone.
Blaz falls asleep in his armchair again.
It's just that pushing on the panel, just trying to recalibrate the shield, just like, fucking when it happened, Captain.
However, folks,
It's been a really fun and exciting game session.
before we leave the crew of the Rusty Mustang for another week, and we will be back next Monday. You hear a slightly panicked voice over the comms system. Folks, we got a little problem up here. You look over the scanners, and emerging from behind the asteroids, you make out shadows. And the shadows are Boink, Boink,
Boink. Oh no. Boink.
And
Many boinks.
Not blinks.
Not too many blinks.
Two fighters.
and boink.
Oh, third boink.
Oh, big
Oh,
boink.
I did not mean to move that asteroid. sorry.
Unfortunately, there was. Leave my asteroids alone.
Captain, use your mental powers to
Stop,
move
wait,
the asteroids to protect
Stop
us.
it. Leave them alone. Stop it. Stop
I
it.
was trying-
Stop moving them.
Only the first one was me. I was trying to move the
I'm going to
map.
go and padlock them all now
And I
because he can't be
accidentally-
trusted.
I accidentally grabbed an asteroid. I'm sorry.
So yes, emerging from the asteroids is what appears to be the opening volleys of a pirate fleet. At least that's the way it looks.
Arr.
But I guess there's only one way to know for sure,
Parlay.
and that
Firing in
is
space.
to tune back
This is a
in
very rum situation.
to
Thank you.
Starfinder next Monday night for more.
Do it.
Do it. You should also make sure you are following VampZoe. Make sure you're following OverlordFace. Make sure you're following the Uncanny Crafter. Make sure you're part of the Discord and all the rest of it, and you're subscribing and liking all the YouTube shenanigans. Right, we're going to wrap it up there for now. Bye-bye, YouTube, and we'll be back with the cast to work out who we're going to raid in just a minute.
Bye.
Bye.